What's up, guys? How's everybody doing? How's everybody enjoying our flawless victory lap of a day? That I'm sure we're all enjoying. Big news. Big news. So yeah, we're doing this is a special emergency broadcast that I feel was important for our community. Because basically another Chrome Boys prognostication came true. The Chrome Boys curse claims another scalp. The scalp of the DSP, detractor, domination, destruction, decimation. Basically, it's over for these guys. Long story short, it's over for them. They picked a fight with the wrong podcast. How you guys doing? I'm doing great. Darkside Hugh is doing great today. We just kicked it off, Myron. We just kicked it off. Long story short, I didn't get a chance to watch this all yesterday, but sources are telling me that basically the DSP detractor community, which just recently, by coincidence, picked a fight with Chrome Boys podcast, so my understanding is that DSP absolutely dominated Asmongold Inc. in this debate. And the DSP detractor community, they're stroking out. They're on sewer slide watch. They're getting ambulance to the freaking hospital because their booties have been blasted so thoroughly. Most of them have had strokes. Their parents had to call the ambulance on them. They're in protective custody for their own safety. Basically because my understanding, we're going to find out, is that DSP just kind of owned Asmongold to the point of no return, to a permanent end. So that's what we're going to get into this afternoon. Fun little afternoon emergency stream. Yeah, Goblin, you're probably going to be seeing a lot of the detractor community showing up in Gub group homes in the next little bit. But let's get into it. This is a long interview. Let's get into it.
I have a very important guest.
Asmongold, how you doing, man?
I'm doing great. How about you? I've
DSP
seen your
spotted.
Videos on and off for the last 10 years, and now
Wow.
I'm talking to you. That's odd.
10 freaking years.
Yeah.
That's crazy. You've been watching this stuff for that long. Now, hold on a second. Hold on.
Yeah.
When you say you've been watching my videos,
you're right.
Are you
right.
actually watching my videos? Or are you watching the detractor?
I'm
videos?
watching
That's the question.
videos of you.
So I guess my question for you is, overall, after watching me for 10 years, what is your impression? Because I
Good.
hear
It's
things
probably gonna
all
be
the
good.
time, but I hear it from a very isolated group. And I'm curious, as someone who's been an outsider watching this kind of content, what do you think?
Well, the videos that I see, let's be honest. I'm sure you've seen a few of them, right? And a lot of people have opinions about the way that you stream, and especially about the way that you finance your streams. That's been a lot of people asking about this. Before we get into that, we got to get something straight.
Okay.
Can I just say it? Is it all right if I just we just talk straight?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, so whenever you
Yes, this is, I caught a little bit. I caught maybe the first 5 minutes or so yesterday and kind of gleaned that DSP was basically about to dominate Asmongold in a game of wits, but I haven't seen the whole thing. So this is a first impressions reaction stream. So far, let's just do a little body language analysis here real quick. Look, DSP maintaining eye contact, shoulders squared, green line, straight as an arrow. This is a man who's locked in. Predator eyes, straightforward. Now we'll see Asmongold here, his body is contorted in sort of a fear fear alignment. That's just some first sort of body language analysis impressions. No, Jordanovic will not be here. This is sort of an emergency off-the-cuff stream that I just felt was kind of important to lock in for posterity, just because we've kind of, crushed and decimated our enemies so thoroughly via friend of the show, Darkside Phil.
Went on stream and you accidentally got caught jerking off. You got suspended by Twitch, right?
Okay, tough but fair
No.
question.
What?
I was not streaming on Twitch. I was streaming on YouTube.
So you weren't streaming on Twitch when that happened?
No, I was actually not a Twitch streamer at that time. I was only streaming on YouTube, and nothing happened at all. I had zero repercussions for it because it wasn't. There was no nudity. There was no sound. It was just my O face, basically.
Right, of course. And so, why don't you?
That was a pretty flawless answer there. No nudity, no sound, no problem. That's a tough. That's a tough but fair question. I would say that Phil handled that basically perfectly. Perfect deflection. Yeah, no notes on that. Well done. Why do you have your grandma's chair in the background? That is not my grandma's chair. That is my chair. And I like to sit in it. Yeah, the Hugh universe. So far, this is going really good for Phil. I'll just say that. As an unbiased observer, I would say that Phil is doing great right now. True, Asmon in his stinky gamer goblin cave, while Phil resides in his warm, glowing gamer cave. Yeah. Again, really good background, flawless body position. Look at Asmon. He's looking to the side. He's not confident.
It's a good question.
I mean, wouldn't you just make more money? Like, I mean, you're streaming on Kick, you're streaming on YouTube. Like, I mean, at least on Twitch, like, because here's the way I see it, right? Is that if you're streaming on Twitch, you can at least make some money from ads. But, like, if you're streaming on YouTube, how the fuck do you make any money? Because, like, you're going to get, like, fucking super chats, maybe, or, like, a subscription. But that's about it, right?
No. I mean, I get ad revenue on every stream that I do on YouTube.
Yeah, but it's not like
if it were a video playing.
Yeah, it's not like Twitch though. Twitch pays way more.
Twitch pays way more for ads.
They still do. They still do. If you're not like me, like for me, I like talking about politics, and so I get paid about 3 cents a day.
Silver play
but if you don't do that, you get thousands of dollars.
He's kind of
I mean, if you get enough viewers. Yeah.
Kind of a rookie
well,
I
did stream on Twitch for a while.
Why'd you stop?
And well, I stopped in 2021 because my detractors in 2021 actually put together this package of stuff that was like clips of me from over a decade before. So when I started, I've been streaming since 2008. Okay, well, not streaming, excuse me. I've been a YouTuber since 2008. And back then, it was the Wild West, and everyone said and did whatever they wanted to try to get like shock value out of the audience. Back then my audience was all teenagers, so I'm doing like over-the-top sexualized
body language. Look at this. Asmon hiding his face, furrowing his brows to hide his eyes. The degree of big dicking he is getting right now. Look at Phil, confident, swag, in his element. This is a one-sided match. I don't envy Asmon's ink right
women's
now.
Tits in the video game all the time, and I'm doing racial commentary, like racial jokes and stuff like that.
Yeah, I did that a couple days ago.
Well, there you go. See, I did it 15 years ago.
Looking at his nails.
People found it back then funny. Today, they find it offensive.
No, they don't.
And so, well, you're right, but at the same time,
you got to bring those back.
Culture aspect.
Yeah, no, there are annoying Karens on the internet that are like that. You're right. No, it's true. And in 2008, they were not on the internet, and now they are.
That's right.
Yes. So
in 2021, my detractors put together this package of like clips from 2010. There was this one time I did a little demo playthrough of a game called Dead Space 2. You probably have heard of it.
Yes.
And I made Nazi jokes. Terrible.
I mean,
right?
I have nothing against Asmongold,
I made Nazi
but he's
jokes.
just out
so
of
they
his
take
element
that,
here.
and then they take a comment about me saying something, something racial about Asians or something, and it's all like 15 years old. And they sent it to everyone. They sent it to Teespring I had a partnership with. They sent it to the Twitch partner program team. They sent it to everyone. And in 2021 context, all these teams looked at this and said, oh, this guy's a horrible racist bigot. And like overnight in like 2021, I got kicked out of everything. I got kicked out of the Twitch partner program. I got kicked off Teespring. I got kicked off of every one of these pop-up services. You know how you get pop-ups on your stream for contributions? They all canceled me. They all said, oh, you're offensive. You're canceled. And I'm like, for what? Like, what did I do? And they'd be like, oh, well, you said hateful things. What did I say?
Smiling Friends referenced the Norwood scale. Well, that's cool. I haven't actually seen that show, but everyone seems to like it. So maybe I will check it out at some point. I'm always just a little hesitant about watching cartoons.
Because I haven't done this kind of content since like 2010.
Yeah.
So what the hell are you talking about? And Twitch specifically, their lawyers wrote me back and said, oh, we actually don't have any legal obligation to say what you did wrong. And we're actually not going to tell you what you did wrong. At all. If you want to reapply for the partner program, come back in a year. But too bad.
DSP
and I was like,
for Twitch confirmed.
How could I ever improve my content, make sure that I'm in line with your platform's terms of service if you don't tell me what I actually did wrong? And their attitude was, we don't care. Too bad. And I was like, all right, well, I'll see if I can still make some money streaming on Twitch even without the partner program. So for about another month, I was streaming on Twitch, and I was just trying to take in like tips and contributions and stuff like that. One day I'm streaming the game Returnal. You remember that game?
Yes.
And you remember how high action that game was. Like there's shit.
It was
flying at you
it was a lot of shit going on. Yeah.
Very frenetic. So in the middle of me playing it, I'm reading something off the screen and I get attacked from the side and I'm like, oh shit, blah, blah, blah. And I like got tongue tied.
Did you accidentally say the N-word?
No, it sounded almost like I did, but I definitely didn't say it because I was reading the screen. You could see what I was actually trying to say when I got interrupted.
Yeah.
Just
and
deflect. He's
they
doing
suspended
Steven
me.
Seagal like
and I'm
I
like,
do.
how could you suspend me? I didn't do anything.
Everything
Oh,
Asmon
well, you said
throws
the
at him.
N-word. I was like, no, I didn't watch it back. Within an hour, they unsuspended me.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
He's bullet time dodging.
I don't want to
No, I
stream
didn't
on a
say it. It
platform
just kinda sounded like
where,
that.
number one, at any moment, you're going to accuse me of being like a hateful bigot.
Yeah.
But then you won't justify what you're saying. You won't even send me evidence of me doing anything wrong, violating your terms. And you take away my ability to monetize my streams. That's number one. And then on top of that, even if I try to survive and make a living otherwise, like, okay, I'll just take tips or whatever, then you're going to suspend me on a whim for something I literally didn't do because my trolls flagged the stream. And at that point, I said, I don't want to be here anymore. And I stepped away, and ever since I've been a full-time YouTube streamer, and for the last year, I've also co-streamed on Kick, and that's how I make my living. So I don't want to be on Twitch. I don't want to be on a place that's unprofessional, and at a moment's notice, they're going to cancel me when I didn't do anything wrong.
I'm going to be honest. So, like, do you think that you were a victim of cancel culture?
Yes.
I was a victim of...
Probably the first and most heinous victim of cancel culture was, in fact, DSP. They really laid the groundwork for all of their future operations by trying to take him out, I would say.
A group of people on the internet who really don't like me taking advantage of cancel culture.
Well,
that's what it was, because Twitch didn't give a shit.
I think
Twitch
that's
didn't
kind
care.
of based. It is. I mean, now, things have changed a lot since then. 2021 was a different universe, as I'm sure that you know. But so you're talking about, I know that some of my viewers might not be familiar with this. You're talking about this term detractors. Can you expand on that?
So there's a difference between an internet troll and a detractor. Okay, an internet troll is just someone who like wants to make fun of you, razz you every once in a while. You know, a detractor is someone who is like absolutely.
It's cool how Phil has like a custom type of hater. You know, like nobody else has detractors. People have like haters, trolls, etc. But only Phil has detractors. They're like his custom psychopathic hate squad.
Absolutely dedicated to your downfall.
Okay.
Someone who spends untold amounts of time watching and stalking your content, trying to nitpick, trying to find flaws in your character so that then they can highlight them.
It is cool. I didn't see this whole interview, but because I've been beefing with the DSP detractor community on X, they have literally been stroking out for the last 24 hours. So, you know, spoilers, but this does result in a flawless, total Phil victory.
and try to make you look bad for personal gain. That's what I
So
consider
do you
attractive.
think that they really want you to fail, or they just want to, like, I think that they want to keep you down, but they don't want you to fail, because if it's like kind of like harvesting a crop in a way, right? Because like if they totally get rid of your content, then as you said, they're not going to make any fucking money. So they want you to succeed, but just in a very, very limited way, right?
I would say to some extent you're absolutely correct.
Yeah.
A lot of them, that is their game. The problem is it's not necessarily the people making the content that's the problem. It's
Right.
the people that watch their content.
Oh.
They don't understand the context
So
of the
I'm the
content,
problem.
And then they come after me. Oh, no, not you. I'm saying like some of their like diehard fans
Yeah.
have done some pretty fucked up stuff to me and my family. And not just me. I'm talking anyone who's considered a lol cow on the internet or
Yes.
whatever. The extent that these people go, they don't understand that, okay, this is all a joke. Let's make fun of them. Let's make some money on it. Listen, that goes hand in hand. I get that. But if then you're going to try to go out of your way to get me to lose my livelihood completely, you're actually going to try to harass people in real life, to try to stalk people in real life. That's when it gets crazy.
So
that's when you.
It's kind of like it's kind of like professional wrestling, right? Where it's
They are a
like
bunch
some
of
people
effed up
like they
sickos.
understand that it's kind of a joke and it's for fun, and you
That's
know, like
true.
there's like
Phil's-
tongue-in-cheek
I'm gonna
humor to
co-sign
it,
Phil's
but there's some
statement
people
here.
that take it too far.
I would agree with that statement. Yes.
And while we're on the topic of wrestling, there
Oh,
has
here we
been.
go. Hold
Oh,
on.
here-
Hold on one second.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
I-
Preface
oh,
it.
I just want to.
Oh,
I'm not. Oh no, I'm
dominant.
not going to preface it. Actually, I
Dominant
want to say
display
something
from
different.
DSP.
Actually, before we start, because here's the problem, which you may not be aware of.
Right.
Okay. And by the way, I want to thank you for giving me this platform, being able to
course.
speak with you today, because you
Thanks
have
for coming
a
on.
ridiculous amount of viewership, and this is awesome that I get
Yeah.
to actually talk with you and say my piece and all this.
Sure.
So thank you for that.
That's a smart tactical move there.
FYI, I'm in a unique situation. I have so many detractors, okay, that when you react to my stuff, you watch a detractor video or whatever, you might think, hey, well, this is cool. I'm giving Phil the rub, right? I'm watching some of Phil's content today. Maybe some people will head over and check him out or whatever. And that's a positive outcome from you watching my content.
I mean, I pretty much am part of the stream because I did really insert myself into this whole drama just by happenstance. So I'm kind of in the mix. I'm not sure if I'm assuming they're going to mention me later in the stream, but I am really in the mix in this whole scenario. I don't know if it would have happened if you know, we hadn't kicked off the firestorm by sort of with the whole Hughes Reviews Asmongold Baja Blast drama that was kind of sweeping the web the other day. I mean, no need to relitigate that, but you know, I'm definitely kind of part of the story. This is sort of a gonzo journalism thing.
Yes.
The problem here is that's not the case, because my detractors every single day live restream my streams illegally. Okay, it's not like they're adding commentary or criticism. They're just live restreaming just to say, hey, watch it over here so Phil doesn't make any money or get any attention. They steal my content. Right now, they're ripping this video, and they will have it on their channel before I can have it live on mine.
DSP
So
detractors
the problem is,
literally
you watch
on
the
their way to
content,
prison.
and they say, oh, DSP, let me go find them. And they go to YouTube, they type in DSP, and all they get in the search is my detractor.
It's about you being an idiot, basically, right?
They can never find my channel.
Yeah.
Like, there was a case in point earlier this year. There was a guy in the fighting game community. He had heard
Literally
one of my
illegal
takes on the recent
illegal
Street Fighter
behavior.
game, and he responded to it, but he couldn't find my actual content. He only found the detractor clips that looked like shit. You know, they were all fuzzy and shit.
Right.
And he's like, I want to talk to Phil. Can anyone tell me what his real channel is? And no one could. No one could even tell him my real channel.
So, well, I just searched DSP myself. So DSP tries it Memeology 101. Is this your main channel?
That is
Okay,
not me.
that's not your main
them
channel. Okay, let's scroll down.
Yeah, you are
how
going
about
to prison.
Raw
All
Phil? Is that your main
detractors are
channel?
Going to prison.
Nope.
That's
He's my
the-
number
okay.
one thief.
Okay,
DSP
well, here's
detractors
another one.
for
I even
prison
recognize this name, Duty
2026.
Streams. This one also isn't your main channel either, right?
Nope. These are all my detractors.
Okay, all right. Mighty D. This isn't you, is it?
Nope.
Okay.
Some seething, stroked
let's
out
see.
DSP detractor
Okay,
is out.
robust urban garlic. All right. This is again not you.
Not a seething
All right.
DSP detractor
So
being out.
I think that you're actually right about this. I don't where the snort Burnell. Snort Burnell. That's you. No.
Well, I do snort sometimes on the stream, but no, that's not my channel, sadly.
So you
Yeah.
okay, so you snorted before on this.
Okay, the tactical brilliance here. Look how he's winning over Asmongold. Asmongold came in here intent on taking him down, his mind corrupted by the detractor community. But look, Phil, he's warm, he's smiling, he's full of mirth, he's winning Asmon over. I wouldn't be surprised if they start doing daily, weekly, monthly co-streams together, live events, podcasts, who knows what. This is, oh man, I didn't even see this angle, but DSP's like in Limitless or something here, the way he's playing the angles here.
Stream, and this has got to be Photoshop. Yeah, okay, it is. That one's Photoshop. All right, it looks like my hair, not yours.
Okay.
And
so could I
ahead.
actually tell people my channel, so if they want to check it out, they have an opportunity?
You know
if they
what?
have a chance?
I mean, we're
This
not
is
going
at
to find
least
it here,
40,
so I think you
Jess.
have to.
Okay, my main channel where I stream every single
Yeah.
day. Well,
And look, he just worked it in so he can drop a promotion of his main channel to Asmon's tens of thousands of viewers. Asmon didn't even see it coming, but he's basically being like hypnotized here. This is just incredible to see.
almost every day. It's usually around 5 to 6 days a week. It's youtube.com/DSP gaming. Okay. My channel is so old, you don't need the @ symbol to find it. It's actually hard coded DSP gaming. It's been around for 15 plus years. And there's tons of content. I mean, this thing is like a repository of ridiculous amounts of game playthroughs that I've done. I do have another channel that's DSP Reacts. That one is @DSP Reacts. That one I don't use that much. I do fast food reviews on there. So if you want to check that out, you can.
I mean, I think
But it's
DSP is
DSP
actually
gaming is where
profiting
you can-
handsomely from this. I saw from various detractors attempting to type with their stroking out fingers that they're seething because of how much cash DSP is raking in from his sort of flawless performance here. Yes, this is exactly. He came to kill baby DSP, and he fell in love with him.
Find me. So if anyone's watching this, hey, I just want to give the guy a look. Please actually watch the real channel, because then you'll
Dozens
actually
of
see the content.
detractors
You know,
sewer
it'll be nice
sliding this
instead of
very
just the
moment.
detractors getting a rub.
Being rushed
Okay,
to hospital.
all right. So basically, these detractors have completely taken over your YouTube algorithm, and now nobody actually watches you. Like, you're a well-known figure on the internet, but nobody actually watches you.
You're right. Right now, more people are watching the restreams of my stream than my stream.
How did this happen?
A combination of factors. The big one that actually sunk my channel was that in 2015, so this is 10 years ago,
Yeah.
a detractor hit me with a whole bunch of false copyright strikes. And this is when the copyright strike thing was
This
really
is like a
abusable.
courtroom drama.
Yeah.
I was a partner with Machinima Network
And
back
Phil
then,
is just
and
doing,
they had a meeting with YouTube about it.
Hour and 49-minute long Perry Mason, nail in the coffin, star witness on the stand speech. And DSP knows the lore. He knows
And
the
YouTube
lore.
says to Machinima, Phil needs to delete any videos on his channel where these detractors could actually hit him with a false copyright strike.
Whenever I was asking about the detractors, why do you think that you have detractors?
See, there's a million reasons why. And listen, I'm not
Are
going to...
any of
Nobody
them
else
your
has
fault?
Detractors.
Oh, yeah, that's exactly what I was just
That's
going
a
to say. I was
sign
going
of
to say, there's no way that I'm going to say it's never my fault or
Okay.
it's not my fault. This all started back in around 2011 and 2012.
All right.
Okay, so for a little bit of history lesson, I started on YouTube in 2008.
Yeah.
I started doing this for a living in 2011. And at one point, I was actually one of the bigger, not the biggest, but one of the bigger Let's Players on YouTube. Okay, I was getting 10 to 20 million
tough
views
day
a
to
month
be a
on my main
detractor.
channel
Wow.
at that time.
Okay.
And what happened was, I thought I got too big in my own head. I got a big ego. Okay, I thought my shit didn't
Understandable.
stink. My content's the best.
Yeah.
Right. It's the best playthroughs out there, and people started to throw me criticism and like, Phil, dude, it's 2011. You're not even doing direct capture. You're using a camera to record your TV. What are you, stupid? Like,
Again, this is just like a psychic Kaido move here. He takes some accountability in the past so he can flip it onto the detractors, thus throwing Asmongold off balance. This is classic psychic Aikido right here. I think that's what the detractors hate so much. Phil loves himself. Phil is happy with who he is. The ancestors are smiling on him. Can you say the same, Imperial? True. Real ass comment.
you're making money. Why don't you go get a capture device? Why don't you do this and do that to improve? And I was very stubborn. I basically would always like clap back and argue, and I'd be like, no, My content's good as it is. I know I like to do it the way I do it. I'm not going to listen to any criticism or whatever.
Yeah.
So what ended up happening is one person made a video called "This Is How You Don't Play," and I'm sure you've seen some of these. You've been watching.
I've seen
Tractor content.
Yeah.
So the original one, I believe, was Metal Gear Solid 2, and this video was just a montage of me sucking at the game. Every stupid thing I did, every mistake I made, every dumb piece of commentary I said, all thrown into one. It was a very entertaining video.
Yeah, I'd say if
People loved
anything,
it.
DSP
And it got like
is
a million
too,
views on YouTube.
Too humble.
So, me
Considering
being
that
very
he, like, invented video game streaming, essentially, has been putting out over 18 years of fun content. Let the man have his flowers. Yeah, as Asmongold did not know. Well, he didn't know what he was getting into here. You know, let's pity the man.
stupid and big-headed back then.
Yes.
Did I respond positively and be like, wow, that's great. Maybe I should buy into this. Maybe I'll make my own videos razzing myself or whatever.
Yeah.
No, I'm an idiot. I'm a big-headed, stubborn idiot. And instead, I start, getting pissed at the guy. I start insulting him, saying he's stealing my content. He did that without my permission.
Aren't you doing that now? Weren't you just doing that now?
Baby.
Because the detractors, you're saying that they were re-uploading your content and they're doing the same thing? Because you just said that maybe 10 minutes ago.
You're right. And the difference is today, they're doing absolutely nothing transformative whatsoever.
Okay.
They are literally just stealing the content and like that Raw Phil channel you just mentioned.
Yeah.
All he does is rip my shit plain.
I've heard that he is exceptionally good at WWE champions. One of the top players, actually.
And just puts it on his channel.
Right.
He's not making a criticism. He's not reviewing my content. He's just fucking stealing it.
Okay.
That's the difference between today and back then. Back then, this is how you don't play. 100% today in context, it's a great video. It's totally a transformative work. He had the right to make it. But now I've grown and I understand that. Back then I was an asshole. Okay, so I basically came across to the internet as this elitist asshole. I'm better than you. I know what I'm doing. And I became the butt of everyone's joke. All of a sudden it was...
Look at Asmongold here. He looks like he's been hit in the head with a frying pan. He has no idea how to react to this barrage of verbal jujitsu coming out at him.
It was more fun to laugh at Phil than with Phil.
Yeah,
and
there's
this big movement started.
So
That's
it was
how
a
it
move.
began,
It was a movement against you, and so you think that you kind of egg this on by just kind of being a, I guess oppositional to what people would say and having an ego.
Actually, yeah. Why does that say Gila Man? Is it literally Ethan Klein's Israel wife? Well, that's awesome. Yeah. Verbal pocket sand. And a bunch of boings and right out of camera are little steam clouds and Tweety birds, and it's tough to see, folks,
etc. That's pretty much how it happened.
Absolutely.
Yeah, what's with
that
Gila
beginning
Mania?
portion of that was my fault 100%.
So what about now though? Why do they? Because I've seen a number of these videos, and I'll admit it does seem like you ask for money a lot.
What's the famous Hila clip? Hila?
It seems like you do it a lot. Because for example,
here's the thing.
Okay,
go ahead.
So there was a donation goal for you to wear a hat.
What's her famous clip?
Yes.
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 So, go. Please continue.
Continue.
You
what?
can expand
yes,
on
there
that.
Was a donation goal for
Okay.
wear a
Expand.
hat.
So how does that work?
God, I need to get a Philomania banner. That's epic.
Right. How much money was it? What kind of hat was it? Was the chat able to decide it? How does a hat goal work?
I had tiered rewards for a few years there. I'd say 3-4 years almost.
Yeah.
Probably, where every stream I would have, if I hit a certain threshold of support, I would put on a hat of your choice. I would put on
that's
a
just
vest
fun
of
and
your
epic.
choice. The vest was a big one.
Oh, okay.
For a long time, I was hitting a goal and I would put on a vest, and people freaked out because
Yeah.
I had 10 different vests that I would put on during the stream. The running joke was, when you go tune into one of these booby streamers, right? You give them money and they're going to take clothes off. They're going to jump in a hot tub. Well, DSP does it the other way. You give me money, I'm going to put shit on.
Okay. All right. I like that. Sounds
You're
good.
paying
Makes
me
sense.
to cover up.
So the DSP's vest streak comes to a miserable end. This is from 5 years ago. So you've been doing these vest streaks for a while.
The
Who
vest
among us?
streak was when the vest started, which was early that year, and it lasted like maybe 4 or 5 months. Then after that, it was just an ongoing thing that I would do. We didn't always hit a goal, and I didn't always do that. Like I wouldn't always put on a vest, or it would only be if I hit a goal of support for a stream or something like that. Just a silly thing to do with the viewers. And that, I would say that was until about a year and a half ago. It's probably when I stopped.
This is
doing
all
it.
of the detractors' best possible. Somehow their best possible attacks have all been filtered to Asmongold. And look at Phil. No sweat on his brow, countering each one from across the room, Steven Seagal style.
I just stopped.
So I got tired of it. It was just stupid.
You
Like
ran out
it
of
got to
vests?
the point where it's old and it's just, it's played out. It was silly for a while, but then a lot of the times you have people come to the stream and the only reason they're there is because, oh, can we hit the vest goal today?
Look at all
Well, it's
the
not really why I'm
seething
streaming.
detractors.
So it is
You know,
like
I'm
an
streaming
e-girl.
What's that?
It is like an e-girl. They're there to see if she's going to wear the bikini.
Yeah,
Yeah.
in some ways, you're absolutely right. I would
Okay,
say so.
Asmongold gets
Yeah,
the
it was
joke.
the opposite thing, but yeah, it was
Uh-huh.
kind of like that. And I got tired of it. I don't want to do that. I want to be making streams where people are showing up because they like the content I'm doing, whether it's the game playthrough or just hanging out with me, a podcast, whatever it is. I don't want them to be here to see if I'm putting on a vest today. I think that's stupid.
So it was
You
that
know.
it was that the vest content was too popular.
At one
for
point, like
president.
you're talking about the vest streak.
True.
Yeah.
There were entire streams where like
DSP.
the entire chat is like, is he gonna hit the goal?
Right.
Where's is it the vest? The vest. I was like, guys, I'm playing a game. Can we like fucking talk
Yeah.
about the game I'm playing over here? Like, I'm tired of this shit.
There's tons of girls that are like that on Twitch too. No, it's very common. And people objectify you and they're not there for the game. They're there for you, and it's weird. And absolutely. So what about the hat
Yeah.
though? Do you still do the hat
Brown,
goals?
Seethoid, detractor.
No, that's like I said.
Oh, wow.
I phased
Okay.
all that stuff out. In fact, just this last year, since people still bring it up from time to time, on Independence Day, I did a stupid event called Indivestance Day, where if we hit milestones
Okay.
of support again, I
Yes.
would put on a hat and a vest again. It was like a throwback event. And I said,
That's just so
you guys
fun.
want to do it once a year? We'll do it once a year as a silly celebration. But I'm past doing that stuff.
So you
I should start
decided.
setting
So you've
hat goals.
divested
That's
from the vest
smart. I'm always
streams. I
giving
think
you
that's
guys
probably a
hat
good
goals.
idea. So now basically, instead of paying you to put on a vest, what do they pay you for now? Just for nothing?
Just to support the stream because
That's
they like
it.
the content and they
Okay.
want to see it continue. Here's the difference though, and
Yeah.
again, this is the people that used to criticize me. They had a fair point, and now I think things have changed.
Right.
As you can, I don't know. Well, actually, can you see me on camera right now? Like, do you
I
see
can
my
see
set
you.
and everything?
Yes.
Okay.
With the turkey in the
so,
background.
Yeah, as you can see, I put some money into my set recently. I upgraded everything. The
Yeah, it's
camera's now
beautiful.
nice HD quality and everything. Before that, I was in a lot of financial problems. I couldn't really afford to do
DSP.
anything that was high quality.
DSP
So I was
all
always
day.
the guy who made a living streaming, but his stream looked like
Easy.
shit, right?
Right, yeah.
So now people have seen in the last year and a half, people started supporting me in droves. I was like, I'm gonna
wow.
show you if you actually support me. I'm gonna do the things that I wanted to do. I'm gonna get a better mic. I'm gonna
One
get
in the
better
gym for
headphones. I'm
DSP,
gonna upgrade
two
my
for
set.
India.
I got 2
I'm dropping a
PCs
one
now,
on that.
so I can pump out high quality gameplay and do these streams, co-stream and all of this. I mean, we're talking about upgrading again later this
Indian
week. I'm
or
gonna look at
detractor,
Black
but
Friday
yeah,
deals and
yourself.
possibly upgrade my desk and stuff like that. But that's the thing, like people like the content enough that they want to support it. It's not about, I want to see him put on a vest anymore. I just like Phil and I want his content to continue and to improve
So they just give you money because they like you, basically.
because they like the content.
Okay.
And some of them I'm sure like me too.
All right. Well, that's pretty good. Yeah. Okay. That makes sense. And so you've done this for a long time. You said you're in financial troubles. How's your financial situation now? Are you comfortable talking about that, or is that something you don't really talk about on stream?
I'm
I
not
think he did just say he just got an HD camera in 2025. Yeah, I mean, Phil's not about the tech. He's about the vibes, the pure good vibes. I think he was pointing a 360p camera at his TV until 2023 or 4.
not going to talk
Most
about
streamers couldn't
anything
get away with
specific
that.
because sadly with these
Okay.
people, how obsessed they are with me.
Yes.
If I give them a single piece of information, they'll try to find a way to data mine it and find out shit. They've gotten into accounts of mine before. They did really messed up stuff. Okay. But
yeah.
in general, today I am way better off than I have been in a very, very long time. I even said to everyone just the other day, it looks like this year is probably the best year financially that I've had in over a decade.
Wow. All right, well, that's pretty good.
Let's go, Phil.
So, speaking of accounts and everything, there's been a lot of people that looked into a WWE wrestling gotcha game account, and they think that it's your account. I think the name of it.
Ooh, how is he going to Akaido this? This is a tough one. This is something that gets the attractors unbelievably pissed off.
If I remember correctly, because I saw the video on it, I'll admit, was called Down from the Rafters. Is this something that you did?
Yes. Well, I'll tell the whole story for you.
Go
All
ahead.
right, this way.
All right.
The audience will hear it and actually get the real story. So, yeah, WWE Champions is one of many mobile games that I've played over the years. Okay, I actually played some before, like WWE Supercard. That was another one that I spent a lot of money on.
How much?
And
Literally all the detractor stuff, they have nothing. It's that he spends his own money on a WWE mobile game. It's that his like wife is fat. It's like they literally got nothing. It's not like a Daniel Larson thing where it is kind of like, yeah, this guy should probably be in jail. It's like they actually have nothing on Phil. There's one guy who I got in a beef with on X over it who was saying like Phil lacks empathy, and it's like, what the fuck are you talking about, bro?
this is in Supercard, I don't know. See, the thing is, I've never added it together. It's thousands upon thousands of dollars. I'll just say that right now.
Thousands
Okay?
could be 400,000. It could be 3,000.
It's definitely
Being fat, gooning, and misspending money is a crime. Lock me up. Yeah, me too, man. Brown, seething detractor hands, tensing up at the stroke as Phil flawlessly. Look, he's getting hit with the hardest possible questions. Look at that. He's calm. He's relaxed. He's smiling. Radical transparency to get you into a stress position, and then spine cracked from across the room.
not 400,000. That's for sure.
Okay, but like,
I would
if
be,
you had to give a guess.
Yeah.
Flawless green
I would have
lines,
nothing if I spent $400,000
Bending in.
on these games.
Angle,
Okay.
straight
But,
up and down.
You know, yeah, it's definitely thousands and thousands of dollars. I don't know. I never sit down and look and add it together or anything like that.
If you had
right?
to guess,
But if you really want me to guess,
I want you to guess.
All right, to be okay. Let's put it in
Yes.
perspective. When I used to play WWE Supercard,
Yeah.
okay, to even get the reward at the end of the event, to complete the event, you had to spend something like $700.
So they made you
I'm
spend the
not
money.
kidding. You had to. What do you mean they made me? No, I chose to spend.
Okay.
the money.
Okay.
You know,
All right. Good.
that's my-
All right. Because I've seen some gotcha games, right? Well, you get some people on that Genshin Impact game. They think that they're in love with the characters, so you can never be sure. All right. All right. Go ahead. Continue.
No, I chose to spend the money, and you know
Okay.
it's bad. You know, yes, at one point I was way overspending on these games.
Yes.
The only reason that WWE Champions is the one they bring up is because that's the one that they think they had the information. They've got the red-handed. They caught me and all of that.
They got you.
Okay.
Yeah.
I played WWE Champions. I own an account that was called one thing. I changed the name to Down from the Rafters. I spent a lot of money on it, and then years ago I sold it. I got rid of it because I couldn't play it anymore because these people were actually harassing me so much trying to play it. They got me kicked out of every faction that I tried to join. They were trying to like data mine fucking Discord servers and shit to figure out if I ever talked to anyone. I had enough.
Yeah.
So I sold it at a ridiculous discount. I just got rid of it. Now to this day,
How much was the
for
Down from the Rafters account? How much money did you spend on that account total? Like, again, just ballpark.
Okay, let's think.
Look, a lot of detractors
I'll try to
see in the
ballpark.
chat
I will.
here right now.
He
He did not
$10,000.
sell it.
I would say, well, hold on, because okay, WWE Champions started in 2017. Okay, that's when the game actually began.
8 years.
You couldn't really spend too much money in the early days. It was more like 2-3 years in that they changed it, and then all of a sudden you could start spending a lot of money.
Uh-huh.
Well, I think
and
he
it was
knows the number, but he's sort of choosing the best tactical way to play this situation. You know? Whether he knows it or not, I think he knows the number. But look at him right here. He's thinking, how do I play this situation like a fiddle to my advantage?
It's about a year and a half that I really spent too much. Yeah, I mean, I would say this. I definitely spent, no exaggeration, I probably spent $10,000 on that game. Yeah,
$20,000.
that's a maybe.
$25,000.
Probably not.
$30,000.
Yeah, he should just say he spent like 200 grand. Really, really stunt on his detractors. Yeah, what now? What now, dumbasses?
Definitely.
Definitely. Okay. All right. So it's between probably $15,000 and $25,000. Does that sound pretty accurate? Okay. All right. That's
probably.
good. So that's a lot of money to spend on a game like that. And why did you decide to play that game instead of like Genshin Impact or Wuthering Waves or Honkai Star?
Yeah, I spent $1.4 million. Suck, man.
Star Rail. What was? I guess like you're a fan of wrestling.
I was a fan of wrestling. I had already played WWE Supercard. I got tired of it, and I started moving over to like other games. And for the record, you know, I do play other mobile games too. It's just that this is the one.
You played
these
Uma
are the ones
Musume?
that people focus. What's that?
Have you ever played Uma Musume?
No.
Oh man. Okay, so you're playing all the bad mobile games then. Yeah, what is this?
Wait, which one is that? Is that the horse racing one?
Yeah, it's the horse game.
I know about it. Yeah, I never know. I don't play
Okay.
it. No.
All right.
But basically, my detractors, I guess someone suspected that the account was mine, and they came after me. And for years, they harassed me. And for years, admittedly, I lied about it publicly. I just outright lied about it on stream, saying, no, I don't play that game. No, that's not me. Yada,
So were
yada,
you
yada.
embarrassed about it?
I was embarrassed about it. At one point, I would argue I knew I was overspending on it, but I kept doing it anyway. You know what I mean? Like, it was bad. And so why am I talking about this publicly on my streams when my streams have nothing to do with this whatsoever? My streams are gameplay playthroughs and, you know, vlogging. There's really no reason at all for me to be talking about this stuff publicly, but it keeps getting brought up like constantly in my content. So
even I know
you
about
get to the point where I don't want to talk about it anymore. You know? I'm like, no, I didn't do it. Fuck this. Shut up. You know, I get all angry. And of course, again, kind of similar to 10 years ago
like,
with
if
the
people give him money for his stream, like it's his then, you know? Like he can do whatever the fuck he wants with it.
It's how you don't play thing. Instead of playing it cool, instead of, you know, being calm, I have that angry reaction, and that's what people want, right? That's the loud cow reaction that you want. And then it just extrapolates, you know, you say no once, well now we have more information that is probably your account. Now we have more information. Oh my God, this is still coming up. All right. Now, to tell you where we are today.
Yes.
Okay. I don't play WWE Champions anymore. I quit. I'm done. I haven't played that game in months, and I'm done with it entirely.
What did your wife think about you playing the game? How did she feel about you spending that much money?
She knew. Obviously.
Yeah, like who among us hasn't fallen victim to predatory gambling and or gaming mechanics? Like I own every piece of DLC for Crusader Kings 2 for Pete's sake. Like how am I going to throw stones at this?
Wait, did she know, like, if you asked, if I were to ask her how much money does she think that you spent on that game, what would the answer, what would the number that she would give you be?
She would probably say like thousands, is what she would.
Yeah, but like we're going back to this like
okay,
so probably like okay, but she'll probably assume that it would be a lot less than what you did spend.
I don't know.
You don't know, okay.
I never told, again.
So she never got upset about you playing these games or anything like that?
No.
Okay. So you did this and they found out that it was your game, because I saw you played, then after it kind of got exposed and you admitted it, you actually ended up playing the WWE champions on your stream, right?
Oh, you mean when Jasper was over here and I took a picture, but Oh no, you're talking about last year when I actually played the game on stream.
Yeah,
that's what you're talking about.
Because I'm gonna be honest, I've never seen you happier than whenever you were playing WWE champions on stream. Like that's like you were more locked in and excited about that game than like you were you were happier about that than you were about Elden Ring.
Because Elden Ring's all right. But the thing is with the game like that, okay, and with any game that has this factor of risk reward, right? Mm-hmm. Oh, you're gonna do a pull. Are you gonna get the good pull or whatever? You hype it up. For that stream, I was way hyping it up because people have been talking about this shit for so long. Yeah. Here's my opportunity to take this shit that I've been eating for years and turn it into something positive.
He's just such a high level gamer that, you know, for him, Elden Ring, that's all right, but it's not It's not WWE champions. Let's be real, guys.
That my viewers are into it, everything.
Uh-huh.
And it worked. You know, there was a few streams there where people were excited. They were supporting the stream in droves. Hey, do more pulls. Okay.
Yeah.
So,
Oh,
but
it's
the
got a
thing
freaking
is,
cat.
and here's the
Let's
truth,
go.
it died
Let's
out
go.
after like a month and a half. No one cared about it.
People get tired of
including
watching
me.
it. Yeah, there's like a novelty to it. No, I've done gotcha games on stream too. I know how it
Flawlessly
works. Yeah.
trained streamer cat.
So-
okay.
so
just
you've
to
quit the
be
game
frank,
now.
Oh yeah, and that's like actually that was what kind of got me realizing this is stupid. Like, it's just waste of time, waste of money.
well, that kind of rules.
No, I'm not addicted to it anymore. At one point, I would argue,
didn't even
yeah,
know Phil
I was
had
at
a
a point,
cat.
not like I said, not just champions, but before that, there was Supercard.
Yeah.
where
I'm
I
gonna
was
guess that cat is so well trained that this was sort of a timed thing. That he knew the WWE champions thing was going to be a tough question, so he trained his cat to perfectly come in to distract the haters in the toughest part of the stream.
kind of addicted, dropping $700 to play in an event. You know, like what the hell am I doing? But I'm out of that now. I don't do that anymore. I don't play that game. I'll be honest. I do play a couple mobile games,
Which
and
ones?
I barely spend on them at all. Oh, I'm definitely not going to say because if I
Oh.
do, these people will go harass the account. They'll try
Okay.
to get me banned from the account, and they'll data mine it and do all kinds of fucked up shit. So
Let's be real, Elden Ring is low stakes compared to WWE champions. I mean, yeah. Yeah, legit. You can't spend $1.5 million like Phil has on Elden Ring. It's kind of a game for babies. Babies don't have that much money. Babies and detractors don't have that kind of money to play WWE champions.
I definitely am not going to say.
So why do you think they're so mad at you? Why are they so mad?
detractors?
Yes, and all these viewers,
Yeah.
they're very
In-
angry.
In general, or in regards to WWE champions?
Just in general. So I feel like there's
Again,
a
that's a
lot
good
of these
question.
people, like, I mean, they really are upset about the fact that you are you. They don't like that.
They don't like me, and they don't
No.
like that I am me.
Detractors
You're
are
right.
babies.
You're absolutely
So
right.
how, like, why are they so mad?
It's a good question, because if you ask each and every one of them, I
Uh-huh.
think they'll all have an answer, but the answer is just a meme. And then when you analyze the meme and you're like, well, do you actually know the truth behind what you're saying about Phil?
Yeah.
They'll be like, well, no, it's just what the detractor said. I saw the video.
Damn, he's basically doing like the Cell style stuff on the sick and twisted detractors, going into their minds and laying bare just fucked up little brown babies they are. Pfft.
You know? So I would love to hear, you know, actual people who aren't the
Okay.
detractors who are making this content to profit from it, but actual people who maybe watch their content to say to me, why is it that we don't like Phil so much? Okay, you said you've been watching this stuff for
I've
10
seen.
years.
Yeah, I'm going to give you my answer. And it's not that I
Go
don't
for
like
it.
you, by
I
the
want-
way. I think you're fine. I think it's funny. I get the. I get it, right? But
Okay.
you ask for money a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Like, because like I'll see like there'll be a new video and it'll pop up on my YouTube recommendeds on my smart TV, and it will just show up, and it's like there's a new one like every day, and it's you talking about people like meeting a sub goal. Recently there was one about people on.
We're about to see a master in action on this one. Look at Phil taking in the situation, readying his strikes for the sort of, you know, Bruce Lee instant death pressure points. This is going to be rough. $60 Elden Ring, $25,000 WWE champions. Yeah, he likes it 400 times more.
Kick that weren't supporting the stream as well, and supporting the
Yeah.
stream is giving money.
John,
And I feel like it's a very
we're just watching some pretty flawless DSP domination of Asmongold Inc. here. It's kind of a train wreck from one side, but we're going to power through.
very, very common thing. And like, so how many times a day do you think you mention
That is such
the
a
amount of
power
like
move.
people, like something in relation to you receiving money?
It depends. Every time that I receive something, I do a shout out. So you
Well,
could argue that every
besides
single
that.
time someone contributes, I'm talking about it.
Well, like whenever you make a call, how often do you make a call to action or draw attention to the fact that you can donate money to your stream? Like what would be like
well,
what do you
let's
think
see.
your ratio is?
Well, what do you mean? Like just number of mentions? Do you mean the
Yeah,
percentage
like-
of
yeah,
the
like-
actual stream?
Well, I mean, I don't know.
See,
I mean,
because
I
the thing you're
stream-
not
I
mentioning
stream a-
here is asking Asking people to give you money is just smart. That's just business 101. Ask people to give you money. Otherwise, they won't know that they can just give you money. It's grind set. It's bag grind set. Let's be real.
I stream every day from around 11:30 a.m. till around 4 p.m. And then I have a second stream that starts around like 6:37 and that goes to like
DC
10.
real quick.
Okay.
So you're talking almost 8 hours of streaming a day.
Yeah.
All right. Every morning when I start, I bring it up. I'll say, "Oh, here's where we are with our goals for the week, and here's what we're doing today with this and that, and here's how you can contribute." And then, during the course of if I'm doing a podcast or whatever, I might bring it up like halfway through the podcast or near the end of the show. If we're near hitting a goal, like let's say for example we're at 100. I gotta get my kitty down. He's Jasper, everybody. Jasper.
Oh, there he is. You got little white feet. Yeah. It's fine.
So,
I don't think they mind it. It's okay.
No, everyone loves a cute animal.
Yeah.
So, but let's say, for example, we're getting close to a goal. Oh, we're at $100 out of the 150 goal for today. I'm going to bring it up. Say, hey, we're there. We're in the home stretch, guys. Hey, please contribute if you like the content, And now the thing is, I also my audience is here every day. I ham it up sometimes. I do it as a joke. I'll like overly go overboard on purpose.
Exactly. We, the Dark Side Phil audience, we like it when he asks us for money.
And the audience knows it's a joke. But someone who clips it out of context and throws it out there, look what Phil did today.
We can give him money.
I can't believe the audience is laughing at it. They're having fun with it. They know I'm not serious. They know that.
So they like that. What you're saying is they like you begging for money.
They think it's funny.
They want you. Do you think that they want you to do it?
Do they want me to ask for contributions actively?
Yes.
No.
Yes, we do.
Okay.
But they want me to succeed.
Okay.
Exactly. They want me to be successful. For example, there was a day I actually tested it out. Not once did I ask for a contribution during an entire day.
So you went a whole day without asking for money?
Yes. I made $30.
Well, what's the average that you made? Well, okay, that's fine. But like, what's the average though? Like,
I would say each stream. Oh, wait. What's the average that I try to make a stream?
Yeah.
Or what's the average?
What's the average a day?
Stream,
yeah, a day.
I have a goal. Each stream that I do, I have a goal of $150, and I stream twice a day.
So you want $300 a day?
I would like that. I don't always get it. I do sometimes, and that's nice when I do.
Reasonable goals.
What's the ratio that you get $300 in a day? Like how like what percent do you get it half the time? 20% of the time?
I would have to analyze. I would say today I actually get it more often than not. Today.
Wow.
Like it didn't used to be like that. It used to be a lot worse. And then what happened is in the last year and a half, I admitted to the WWE Champions thing. I apologized for it to everyone for lying over the years. I said, listen, it's in the past. I'm not doing that stuff anymore. As you can see, my money is actually going towards the set. It's going towards the business. It's going towards important things.
Yeah.
I'm out of financial distress thanks to you guys. Thank you so very much. I'm so grateful that my fans are supporting me in this way and allowing me to have kind of like a second chance at life because now things are better. I'm coming out of that tunnel that I was in there.
Yeah.
And they're coming out.
Frankly, a pretty powerful tale of redemption when you think about it.
Supporting the content because of it, and I'm very grateful for it. But what happens is the detractors clip these moments and say, oh, see, all he does is e-bag all day and he makes $20 a stream. That's not true at all. I'm actually doing really well for myself. I'm happy with where I am right now.
So if you're doing really well, why do you keep begging?
Because that's how it works. That's the formula.
So it's like basically you have to keep doing. You think that the more that you ask for money, the more money you get, or is there like a But there's a min max level of that where it's like you can get at a certain point. You ask the optimum amount of times and you get the optimum amount of money. Is that basically it? There's like a ratio.
Yes and no, because for me, what I find is it really depends on what I'm doing. Like. I've been around since 2008, right? So I have a variety of viewers who come for specific things. Like I do variety content, different kinds of games. So there might be someone who comes by only when I play an RPG or someone who only comes by when I play an FPS.
Yeah, sure.
If I stand there and I just keep asking that audience over and over, it might not work. Or it could be that there's someone who's like, oh crap, that's right, Phil's streaming and today I want to support him. And
so you're like reminding them to give you money. You're like, oh, they might have forgotten. And it's like, oh, shit, I forgot. I had to give them $5.
Yes. And to be clear, because I see the reason that you're making. Okay. And it's fine. I get it. Did you know
Yes.
that before I became a full-time streamer in 2017, that I was not someone who asked for contributions at all? In fact, I was staunchly against it and I criticized it.
I'm begging because that's the game. Is so well. That's the thing. It's like this is his job, right? Like he's frickin' making a living. Am I taking notes on how to monetize the stream? Oh yeah. I've learned I can't be giving out the hat for free. Y'all are gonna have to start paying for that. So enjoy it while it lasts today. Vests I'd never even considered. Hitting up people for money. Gonna be a lot more of that.
So why? I mean, I guess so. So like, what happened? So I guess like you had another job.
What's
No,
up,
no,
Ice
no, no, no.
Yamamoto?
So you were unemployed.
I was laid off from an office job that I had in 2010.
Okay.
Then I tried to make YouTube my living, and it worked. And that started
Okay.
in 2011. So from 2011 to
Yeah,
2017.
That's how Hughes reviews work. I take a screenshot of my DoorDash, then link my PayPal. I send John the link to my PayPal probably, I don't know, what would you say, John, 10, 15 times a day?
But the
That's just how the game
majority of my
works.
income was just ad revenue on videos on YouTube. And I wasn't doing streaming where I was asking for subs, asking for memberships, asking for super chats, asking for tips. I did have a Patreon at one point that I was using for like side projects and things. But for the most part,
Well,
it
would
was
you
just
shout out the
watch the
Patreon?
videos. No, I don't even. I
Okay.
barely use the Patreon anymore. It's like a legacy thing, so it's
Yeah.
not even worth shouting.
So basically, for a long time, you weren't asking for money, but then I guess like so whenever I'm assuming like the way that the timeline you're explaining it to me is, it
Yep,
seems like the
screenshots,
reason why you
Steam
started
games.
asking for money was probably
Ask John.
because you got demonetized and like your YouTube revenue got fucked up. Is that what I'm assuming?
It wasn't
Yo,
demonic.
what's up, Pats fan? Yeah, we're just doing an emergency live reaction to the Asmongold DSP drama that I've kind of found myself enmeshed into.
Monetization, it was a combination of factors. I had already mentioned the copyright strike thing
Yeah.
in 2015. So my channel was always one of the highest ranked gaming channels on YouTube for a long time. And then in 2015, I got hit with all these false copyright strikes. Machinima/YouTube told me to delete a bunch of videos. So I did. And my channel got thrown right out of.
That's true. He did personally thank me yesterday. I didn't watch the the surrounding context, but I believe it was for sort of basically setting the wheels in motion for this to happen. I am gonna have to clip that for posterity. Thank you for bringing that to my to my attention, John.
The recommended algorithm. Like every fall, I used to call it the hardcore gaming season. All the big AAA games come out in the
Yeah.
fall, right? And so I get a giant boost of views. That year, I was removed from the
think
algorithm.
later
I had
on he's gonna
no
mention
additional
the Hughes
viewers
review,
whatsoever in the
Right.
fall. It was
DSP
like
tries
flat.
at Asmongold food review.
And so
whole
my
drama,
revenue
I would assume.
tanked.
don't
And
know
I
if that's
struggled
gonna
for
come up
about 2
eventually.
years there to try to stay afloat, still just trying to do ad revenue. I couldn't do it. It just continued this plateau, and I couldn't get any views from the algorithm anymore. It was kind of like my legacy viewers kept watching me, and that was it. So then I became a full-time live streamer in 2017, and then I started with the whole,
disagree with
yes,
that
the
statement.
e-begging, whatever you want to call it, and I've been successful doing that for quite a while
He's
now.
not a
Yeah, it
detractor.
seems that way. I mean, $300 a day is a lot of money. I mean, your channel, the DSP gaming channel, was in 2010, and you said you were
Yes.
uploading since 2008. So
Yes.
where was the original channel?
The original channel is just called Dark Side Phil. And
Oh, that's it.
really primitive stuff. That's old stuff. That's my original content, just camera. I wasn't even on camera in that content. It was just kind of like recording my screen with a camera. Those are my oldest
Yeah.
playthroughs.
Is that channel
That
still
channel-
active?
It is active. It's not even monetized. It's just
Oh, wow.
legacy content. If you want to go check it out, it's like 2.5 years where I did it as a hobby. I started before you could monetize gameplay videos. You
Yeah,
could even
sure.
make $1 on a gameplay video. So I had passion for it. I
Mm-hmm.
liked doing it as a hobby for 2.5 years. And then in 2010, I said, I want to kind of do it a little bit more seriously. That Dark Side Phil channel had gotten a false copyright strike. And I said, let me start
Yeah,
fresh.
I'll look into how I can get a little picture-in-picture of Family Guy clips. That would be epic.
I'll make a new channel. So I did. And that's when DSP Gaming started in 2010.
Well, there was an accusation like people had that like you
Yeah, I
told
don't know
people
what
to
you're
click.
doing, Wuhan John, but you can take your detraction elsewhere. That's not what we're about. We're a DSP enjoyment stream, not not a detractor stream.
Ads, and that's one of the reasons why you had your ad revenue taken away? Did you do that?
So here's the story.
Okay.
Okay. 2009, I did my first face reveal video. Okay.
Like Dream.
And all right, not exactly like Dream,
go ahead.
But similar, like people never thought that I would look like this. They thought, they always say my voice doesn't match the body. Like my voice, like I look different than I sound, I guess, right? So they were like shocked or whatever. Now, keep in mind back then, I was not making any money doing any of this. I didn't have monetized
DSP
videos, but people liked my content. I've been doing it for just about a year, and people wanted to see more. Can you play this game? Can you get this console? Can you do this? And I was like, well, I can't monetize my gameplay videos, but what I can do is do like a vlogging channel and see if I can get that into the YouTube partner program.
For sure.
And it worked. It did. Like I got it monetized. And all I was doing over there was a few vlogs every week. I think this is when I actually started the DSP Tries It series, where I started like taste testing.
I've seen DST detractors doing like an old picture of him where he had the buzz cut versus today, and being like, look, the ravages of time. And it's like he literally looks better now than he did like whenever that was.
Food and stuff like that. You know, it was just like try anything, because I could monetize that channel, make a few extra bucks. Didn't make a lot of money, but hey, every buck counts when this is your hobby and you're just trying to buy games and finance, you know, your hobby. So I did the face reveal video.
Yeah, usually I'm cool with Asmongold, but yeah, Phil is kind of Mongolding him right now. I mean, no two ways around it.
In the video, I brought up, hey, you know, I don't make any money on the gameplay, but if you were to go over to the vlogging channel and watch the videos and click the ads, you would help me out. Yeah, I actively said that 100%. It's in black and white. You can see it right now. It wasn't like intentional. Like at that point, I didn't even know that was a problem.
Yeah, flawless hairline. Good
now,
point.
here's where the narrative's broken, because my detractors will say, well, that's why you had all these financial problems, because you lost your monetization on YouTube.
Yeah.
No, I lost my monetization on YouTube in December of 2010. That video was put up in like early to mid 2009. It had nothing to do with that video at all. Okay. Here's what really happened.
Okay.
I was working a full-time office job, and that was my real income. That's where I was paying my mortgage with and everything. Okay. I got laid off in October 2010, and there was no other jobs like in that sector. Like basically the economy.
Well, that was during the 2008 recession. Yeah, of course.
It was a recession, right? I was like, dude, I just bought a condo, and I'm like, how am I going to pay my mortgage? I don't have a job. What am I going to do? Go get 2-3 part-time jobs, you know?
Sure.
So
I think a lot of detractors have infiltrated Asmonzink's chat here, and that's what's going on at the moment. But yeah, DSP, peak genetics, mauled-proof DSP.
All right, guys, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to try to figure this out, but in the meantime,
who's really
I'm going to double down on vlogging. I'm going to make a whole bunch of vlogs, because that's the content that's monetized. I still, even in 2010, you couldn't monetize gameplay yet. So I'm like, please, you know, let's go watch my content over there. And in 1 month, I went from making like $500 on ad revenue to like $15,000. Okay.
Oh, wow. Okay, so you're making $15,000 a month at some point.
Yes, that was in 2010, late 2010. Now, this is the personal AdSense through YouTube.
So you were balling. Okay, that's pretty good.
And then the next month, I made $18,000.
Wow.
And YouTube said, there's something wrong here. How can this guy overnight go from making $500 to $13,000 to $18,000? This doesn't make sense. And they suspended my AdSense account and said, we think that there's invalid clicking activity. We think that you have people who are going to your ads and just going crazy on them because they feel bad for you because you lost your job.
So
that's not the intention.
It's kind of like the vest thing, right? Where like everybody wanted, and the vest thing was so popular that you had to stop it. And it's the same thing with YouTube. That like it's a suffering from success. You came up too fast and they weren't ready for it.
In that case, absolutely.
Yeah.
That's exactly what happened is people felt bad. Back then, I was like the underdog. Everyone liked my content and wanted to support me because I lost my job, and they went overboard. And I lost my AdSense at that time.
Yes.
Later on, years later, I got it unsuspended and everything after a time period had passed. But that's when I ended up having to go get partnered with another company like Machinima to make revenue on YouTube again.
Mm-hmm. So, okay, so all that happened, and now, like, are you getting ad revenue on YouTube and everything is fine, right?
Yes. Oh yeah.
Okay, so everything's totally okay. There's no issues anymore. And so well, if I understand this, so like, okay, so you were not asking for money because you were getting ad revenue, and now you're getting ad revenue still, and you still ask for money. Is it just because it's not as much as it used to be? Is that pretty much it? Like, would there ever be, like, theoretically, right, if you got $15,000 a month now, because, like, also, do you increase the amount of money that you try to get per year, like, based off of inflation? Because I saw a video of, like, you asking for $300, and this is like 2 years ago. It's gone up a lot since then, right? So, like, it should be like $315.
No, I mean, it's all just like kind of an arbitrary thing. I'm not sitting here with a calculator trying to figure out exactly what should be made, what does. I've tried different amounts.
Well, how long have you done the $300 goal?
Probably all this year.
Well, it was 2 years ago, right? I mean, it was 2 years ago, and so I mean, like, when did you start doing it?
The $300 goal,
yeah,
like 2 streams of 150. That was definitely this year. Now,
no,
previously I've tried other things.
Because
I've tried.
There's a YouTube video with a title that says that you've been doing it 2 years ago. So is the YouTube video lying?
The amounts.
Okay.
No, I've changed the amounts over the year. Sometimes it was 100. There was times that it was 200. It's gone up and down based on what the market will bear, essentially.
So it is for inflation. Okay.
You got to test it. You got to see what people are willing to support.
Take a shot on somebody,
you know what I mean?
Right.
And for the record, you're talking about the ad revenue thing. Do I have ad revenue right now? Yes, I do. Is it anywhere near what I used to make? Absolutely not. The ad revenue has tanked because my views are way low because everyone steals my content.
Yeah.
So I don't get a lot of views on my content anymore. My own content. The thing is, everyone knows DSP. Everyone watches DSP. They just don't watch DSP on DSP Gaming. They watch it everywhere else. So I don't make anything when you watch me. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
So
we're at risk
the ad revenue is kind of it's nice to have a little bit of side income, but that's nothing like what it used to be. Back then, we're talking 10 years ago, everyone watched DSP on DSP Gaming. I was making 10,000, 20,000 views on a gameplay video, just a raw gameplay video.
Okay, yeah,
you know, now I
was on Negative.
So it's pretty insane the decline there because people rip it right away. They restream it live, they put it on their channel before I even have a chance to get someone to watch it on mine.
Nega.
I mean, there's a video here, and it has almost 5 million views, and it's about you. Of Darks from Turkey Tom. It's a 2. This is longer than I think it might be longer than the 2 Towers, Lord of the Rings.
Oh, there's incredible. A 4-hour documentary from last year from June the King, and I reacted to that whole thing.
Wow. Okay. So all right. So there's been a lot of these, and by the way, it should be $325 now if you had started it 2 years ago. That's right. Yeah. So it should be a little bit higher. So if you were making, let's say, $15,000, is there let's just say, is there a number that's like, semi-reasonable that you would get to and you would say, okay, I'm now making this much money on my streams. I don't need to ask people for money anymore. Like, is there ever going to be a universe where you stop asking for money?
That's not how the grind set works.
That's a good question, but okay, let's think of this reasonably, right? Like, cost of living.
Okay, so the answer is no.
Able to be self-sufficient. Okay. No, that's not true. Here's. I've said this before. People have said to me, listen, I know. People ask me questions like this. One question that they ask me all the time. Phil, right now, let's say you were to win the lotto. Now, let's say you didn't become like insanely wealthy, but let's say you won $10-20 million. Right?
That's pretty good.
Would you still stream? And the answer that I say, yes, I would still stream. It would be way decreased from what I do now. I wouldn't be doing 6 days a week. Maybe I do 2-3 days a week because I like doing it. But it would basically be my hobby. I would not accept contributions, or if I accepted contributions, I would donate them all because I don't need the money. I'm $20 million. I'm probably good for the rest of my life.
Yeah, I would say so.
I don't need to fucking do nothing. So that's it. Like, I love what I do. I do it for the passion of doing it. I'm not doing it to sit here and beg all day. I say to my audience all the time, I wish I didn't have to ask you guys for anything. It was awesome back in the day before the channel got screwed up and the views plummeted and the ad revenue plummeted. It was just about playing the games. But now what's happened is I've changed my content. Now I'm a more social streamer. Now a lot of the times it's more about hanging out and having a good time and conversing rather than the game. A lot of the more popular things I do are not necessarily like difficult games. It'll be like a chill game, a game where we're just sitting back and talking and relaxing when I play. You have that social element, and then people say, hey, well, I really liked what we did today. We hung out, we had a good time here. Here's a contribution. As opposed to, you know, oh, here's a video you watched and I made ad revenue on it because you like that I raged in the video. It's like a completely different kind of content, very different component.
So yeah, you have people that like you and they're going to give you money. Okay, yeah, sure. I mean, I think that's the way streaming generally works. I mean, it makes a lot of sense. I mean, and you do exist inside of an ecosystem with other people that are similar to you. Who would you say like kind of has the same type of detractors that you have?
Oh, you're just talking about the lolcow
DSP
universe.
Well, I didn't want to use that word, but yeah.
But listen, the thing is, I used to be so angry when people called me a lolcow, but now I understand. If you're a lolcow, it's not because of your choice. It's because people have made you a lolcow. Like they have chosen to try to elicit a kind of reaction from you. They're going to try to get your goat every day on stream. And you're human. You're going to give them that reaction every once in a while. If that's what they want. Now you're a lolcow. They got the laugh out of you, right?
Right.
So you could call me a lolcow. I don't care.
Okay.
Really, at this point, it's just no big fucking deal.
I didn't know if it was like a slur or something, but okay, yeah, no, it's fine.
No.
So
in truth, unless I'm not gonna get offended at anything.
Like I get
unless
it.
You say
I
I'm
get
a murderer or something.
Yeah,
you know?
probably not. As far as I know. Okay, well, what do you think about? I'm gonna give you some names, and I'm curious to get your opinion on some of these guys. What do you think about Wings of Redemption?
Like in general, or is he similar to me? Like just in general?
Like would you consider him kind of similar to you?
In the situation that he's in with people who harass him every day, restream his stuff, steal his stuff, yes. We are similar in that regard, correct. Not the content we put out or the issues that people have with us. I think the issues they have with us are completely different. But the fact that they do the same, they try to elicit the response from him, they try to harass him, they try to mess with his income. Yeah, it's similar there.
Okay. Well, what about Boogie? Boogie 2988.
Yeah, I don't know. To be frank, I don't know much about him. Like, I know the content he used to make, and I don't know what level of like harassment or detractors he's had. I haven't really followed him that well to even really answer that question fairly.
Yeah,
but to my understanding, yes, he's a lolcow, and he's part of the whole lolcow live universe and all of that. That they do their content.
So what about Low Tier God?
Yeah, he has a community very similar where they data mine his stuff to find things that he's said and done.
The child support,
memes, things, the child support joke and all of that.
So you know about it even?
Yeah, of course.
Who in the lolcow universe deserves to be in the universe the least?
DSP.
The least?
Probably, I'm going to go ahead and say DSP. Jordan is the ultimate huge detractor after the success. Yeah, he's quietly seething a bit, shall we say? But
yeah.
Oh man,
the truth. Who is the most unfairly treated?
Asmongold, to be honest with you, I don't follow this stuff. I don't unlike a lot of these people who they get like into it because they try to like profit from it or ride with it. I try to just stay out of it. I always say, like, there's this big vortex around me. I'm kind of like the eye of the storm, but I don't pay attention to the storm. I'm just trying to do my own thing on stream every day. I want to stay out of the toxic shit. I don't want to try to benefit from the drama.
Right.
I don't even want to talk about that shit on my streams. I don't have drama streams and shit
we're gonna deal
so
with
you don't have so you don't really start drama with other people. You don't really talk about other people. Like I've seen a couple of clips of you talking about me, but this is like over the last 3 years, right? So like it's not really that often.
Sort of like a content duo where one member kind of like shoots into the stratosphere because of his food review show. I think it's perfectly natural that there's going to be some feelings of like jealousy and resentment there, and we're going to work through it.
And like especially for somebody like me,
someone brings you up or someone
of course.
will bring up an LTG, then I'll respond. But in general, it's a very rare occurrence where I'll just bring up, oh yeah, this asshole today did this, haha, let's laugh at them. Almost never. I would almost never do that. And I don't react to content like that either. Very rarely.
Okay, so that's kind of a good thing, I would say. Have you ever thought about doing that? Like starting
I'm on the Stavros arc. Well, listen, we wish Jordan well. Maybe he can think up, something that rhymes with Jordan. Gordon's, who knows what the hell that would be. Jordan's, Schmordens, it's rough.
lol.
And like I feel bad for him. Yeah, I'm getting shout outs from Asmongold, DSP, etc. And you know, I really want the guy to I want him to succeed, but you know, it's not really my fault that everybody that Hughes Reviews has taken
Cal
the internet by
podcast
storm
or like
to the degree
making
that
more
it has.
drama videos or anything like that? Or is it just not something that's interesting to you?
Well, first off, I mean, Keemstar wanted me to be part of the Lolcow podcast.
What do you think about
before
Keemstar?
it started? I think Keemstar is a smart guy in that he knows how to make content that people will watch and support.
Yeah.
I don't necessarily agree with the content he makes, but that doesn't mean that I have to. Like, I can say, okay, that's not for me, but respect to the guy who actually was successful doing that content, right?
Okay,
I used to be
sure.
a hater. I used to actually hate on that content and be a jerk about it, but now I'm like, why am I going to be a hater?
Who
I shouldn't be a hater.
do you hate?
That's sort of a Zen-like philosophy there. Why would I be a hater? Why would you choose to be a detractor?
Who do I hate?
Yes.
Like, outright hate a person?
Who do you hate? Whose
No one.
content do you watch that makes you mad?
My
No.
understanding was President Trump was quite happy with my Hughes review of his meal because I did, if you'll recall, I did give it a 7 out of 10, which is a pretty solid Hugh review score.
I don't hate watch content at all.
So,
I don't.
all right, what about, how much do you know about pirate software?
Very little.
Do you know
I
what
of
happened
the
with pirate?
controversy.
All right, can you explain it to me?
From what I'm to understand, I guess Pirate Software was someone who said that he worked at Blizzard. I guess he did.
He did.
And so he became this like big respected game dev. He was making an indie game for a long time. And I guess he kept making promises that he was going to release this part of the game. And he kept making excuses why he wasn't doing it, even
Yes.
though it was like crowdfunded and everything. And then come to find out, over the years, his web of lies kind of unraveled.
Yeah, man.
That half the shit that he was saying, why the game...
Well, I've been trying to get him to do Jordans, where he sort of takes us through his famous sneaker collection. But he's like worried that it like thieves and stuff, and I'm just telling him like, man, you got to do this stuff if you want to get, you know, on the level of Hughes Reviews. You have to lean into what you have, and like that's kind of your like how I'm a guy who my sort of unique interest is eating fast food. His is, you know, buying sneakers on Facebook Marketplace. So
wasn't
we'll
being
see how it
delivered
goes.
was not true. And then I guess for what I'm to understand, and again, I could be wrong. You correct me if I'm wrong, because this is a very broad understanding. I guess people always thought he was really good at MMOs because he worked at Activision Blizzard, and then he played World of Warcraft and he like made critical errors and sucked at it, and then he blamed everyone else, so people hated him for it. Kind of sounds a little similar to kind of my early days when like I was always saying, oh, my shit doesn't stink, I'm like conceited and everything, and then I got angry when people criticized me. So
Jordan's Johns. That's good. We're gonna run that up the flagpole to him. Jordan's Johns. 7 out of 10 for a Hughes review is pretty strong. You know.
no, I kind of see like a little parallel there, maybe.
Do you have any advice for him?
Oh, well, I don't know what happened to him. What's going on with him at this point?
I don't know. I mean, I think he's kind of, honestly, I respect Thor. I think
Poetry.
Thor's a great guy, but you know, he went through a lot of drama with classic WoW, and like I was curious because, you know, I'm a big WoW guy. I used to be, at least, and so I was curious, like kind of like what your abbreviated version of it was compared to like what somebody like me knows that is a purveyor in all drama, slop, and garbage. And so, yeah, I think that you're definitely like kind of on point with that. And yeah, you were right about all of this. I mean, I would say so, yeah. And so what advice would you give somebody who is making content and wants to avoid being a lolcow?
Oh, man. See, for me, I've been doing this for so long.
Yeah.
There was no...
Yeah, I don't know. I gotta say I didn't really keep up with the pirate software stuff. I'm more of a Dark Side Phil kind of guy myself.
There was no track record of people who had done content like I was doing to follow. There was no blueprint. There was no history to follow.
Right.
So you didn't know what was right. Back in the day, I would say and do whatever the hell I wanted, thinking, I'm never going to get in trouble for this. Here we are 15 years later. People are trying to cancel me for something I said in 2010, acting like I said it yesterday.
Yeah.
You know, it's ridiculous. So what I would say is, today, if you're a content creator, you actually have examples that you can look at and you can analyze and you can see what's worked and what hasn't. You can look at someone like me, someone like Boogie, someone like Wings, someone like LTG, whoever you want to say is the lol cow of the day, Pirate Software.
Whoever your favorite
and
one
see
is.
What they, exactly, and see the mistakes they've made and learn from them. Take these people's life experiences and try to do stuff better. Because for someone like me, I was considered an innovator back in the day. I didn't know what the hell I was doing.
Yeah.
And now, you know, here we are. I'm in the situation I'm in. I'm like, well, hindsight's 2020. Now I look back and say, man, I was an asshole back then. But there's nothing I could do about it now. I'm just living with that.
Sure. Yeah, no, it makes sense. I mean, there's been a number of clips I've seen about the Tears. Have you seen the one with the Tears of the Kingdom?
John K's sailing reviews, an 8 out of 10. Nice. Is OSRS epic? Should I get into it? I had to quit Diablo 2 because I was doing too much chest running. Pirate Software is pretty cringe, but I do think people got a little crazy about it. All the guy did. Yeah, people have weird expectations from these people.
Tears of the Kingdom. Oh, okay, let me think. Zelda. So that was the one. The meme. I'm trying to remember the meme because
that's cool. I used to play. I don't know if it was old school. I think it was just like original RuneScape. I would play on the computers at school way back in the day. If you like doing chest runs, it's even more chest runny than Diablo 2 is. That's exciting.
There's always a meme about me. Wasn't the meme that I sucked at doing the puzzles with the building shit, and I just like. It was like I was smashing my head against the wall trying to solve the puzzles while other people would solve it like super quick or something like that. I think that was the meme anyway.
Yeah, that was about it.
Yeah.
So
for me, here's me. I'm ass backwards. If there's something that's simple, I can't do it. It's like I'm a dunce. I'll have a square peg and I'm trying to shove it into a round hole, right? But then you'll present me with the most complex puzzle or hard boss fight, and I'll beat it like second try. It's weird. Like I'm just like opposite.
Okay.
In my
Okay.
head,
So, how many tries did it take you to beat Moania in Elden Ring?
It took me it was half a stream, and then another stream. I think it was 4 hours.
Okay. All right. I mean that's probably on par, I would say. And
yeah.
So you
but
okay, go ahead.
The final boss of Sekiro,
Ishin.
3 tries. 15 minutes.
Okay. All right. That's respectable. It is. All right. That's pretty good.
It's just dumb. Why? I don't know. I destroyed him.
So
Everyone's like,
sometimes you're really good at games. Sometimes
our group Iron Man broke top 200 in the release of Sailing. How do you? Is that just like your score on Sailing, or is there some like race you got to do?
You're not, and it's just like that's just I guess kind of like your way of thinking is different. So sometimes you'll immediately pick up on something, and other times you won't even be able to figure out the ball pressure plate thing. Is that pretty much accurate?
Exactly
Yes.
right. I would say for sure. People like watching my streams because they completely get to see this weird take on shit that they're like, how does he get into these situations? But then how did he fucking do that so quick? You know?
Okay, yeah. So yeah, I haven't seen the Sekiro thing. I'm gonna have to look at it again. And apparently, there's Battlefield 6 was another one.
Oh, I did terrible at that game.
So did I.
I'm also currently doing awful at Call of Duty. I can't fucking play it this year for the kill to save my life. I can't. I'm just sucking horribly at it.
Yeah, no, I don't blame you. I mean, so this is, I mean, it's very interesting to talk to you about it because, I mean, I've heard about a lot of these stories. Like, I've seen the detractor videos and I've seen a lot of this stuff. Do you wish that the detractors would stop making videos about you?
No, because it's their right. It is their right within the law to make a transformative work about me.
Sure.
And to criticize me or to make fun of me, that's fine.
Yeah.
What I don't want, and what is illegal and should stop immediately, is people who are live restreaming me right now because they're not adding anything. They're literally illegally stealing the content and making views and
all those people are going to prison, just for the record.
Money on it. People who rip my shit raw and just put it up illegally. That has to stop. But I can't stop it because I can't be issuing lawsuits up, down, left, and right. I don't make that much money to be doing that. And plus, I don't want to tie up courts with this shit, with how many people are out there doing it. So that needs to stop. The transformative work stuff, I have no problems with. Go for it.
So would you, if you could, would you claim their ad revenue for yourself?
If there was a way to do it, but to my knowledge, and maybe you know different from me, you need to be with a partner network, and the partner network works with YouTube to do it. I'm not with a partner network. I'm on my own, AdSense account.
Okay,
so
all right. Well, that makes sense. I mean, I'm curious. Like, obviously, I've asked you a lot. Do you have any questions you have for me?
Yeah, live streamers are going to prison, but this is what we're doing here is different. This is sort of transformative, actually. Court said, I think President Trump, they need to set up a new alligator Alcatraz just for all the DSP detractors. That's what I would say.
Sure, absolutely.
Oh, go ahead.
And thank you. By the way, I just to be clear here, I'm not offended at anything you asked. I think that was great questioning, and I think that you were very fair and you were very respectful.
I
so
try
thank
to be.
you for that.
Yeah, of course. I try to do as much as I can. Go ahead.
I know that once I go off this stream, you'll probably laugh about it and talk shit about me.
Well, I mean, it depends on if I see the Tears of the Kingdom clip again. I mean, let's be honest.
I don't care if you talk shit about me. I don't. But the thing is, I've had some bad situations with snaking where a couple years ago I was on a podcast. The way that they spun it was, so we're going to have you on this podcast. We're going to interrogate you. And then after that, we're going to have you on as a guest, and we're going to do all kinds of fun stuff. So yeah, initially it might be negative, but then after that, it's going to be positive.
Okay.
They completely reneged on it. After they did it, they basically snaked me, and they turned it into this 3-ring circus, like 3 weeks of content, making fun of me, milking my detractors for money. It was really fucked up. All right? So I appreciate that you have actually given me the chance to just come and talk to you in front of your audience. And I think that it was a fun conversation. I do. I enjoyed the questions you asked. I don't think that anything was unfair or inflammatory there.
I try not to be, right? I mean, I think that's, I try to ask the questions that, I have and other people have, etc. Yeah, sure. What questions do you have for me?
So,
go ahead.
Look,
so here's a question I got for you. Honest question, because you're huge, right? I don't even know, your viewership, because I don't watch you, to be honest.
Yeah.
But then again, I don't take offense. I don't watch anyone, really. So I don't, it's not like I'm choosing to not watch you or anything like that.
Yeah, sure.
So on an average day, it seems like, man, your formula of content creation is way different from mine. Like, you just kind of sit down and you roll with it. Whatever your people are presenting you on a stream, you're just kind of like reacting to whatever the news of the day is or whatever, which is so different from what I do. So, for example, let's say on a random day you choose to watch a DSP hate clip from a detractor. There's a new one you want to watch.
Yes.
Today, right? When you watch that clip, do you actually 100% believe everything you're seeing? Or do you think that maybe this could be a spin or a taken out of context kind of a situation? Because I mean, my impression is that
DSP is sort of loading the trap right now for the Asmon and the detractors to fall into. So let's see how this plays out.
a lot of people just watch it for the lulls, right? For the laughs, but they don't realize that maybe what they're watching isn't necessarily the whole truth.
So it depends on the clip. I mean, I think that, for example, with, putting the balls in the thing with the Tears of the Kingdom, I think that you actually fucked that up. I do. Am I right?
I don't specifically remember when I was doing it the first time.
Okay.
But I think that was actually one of the puzzles I did have problems with.
Okay, so you did. All right. So, yeah. I mean, there was that. And also, sometimes, you've gotten mad at Elden Ring. I think that the majority of those times were probably legitimate. You were probably actually mad. Let me think. Besides that, I watched you play Donkey Kong, and you got hit by basically every spiky thing. I think you probably did. You do that on? Did you? I bet. You didn't do that on purpose, did you?
I didn't do that on purpose. Okay. Now, of course, taken out of context, that's one of the 2 times in the entire game you need to surf on that object. That's it. The game literally it introduces this, and you never use it again. So it's here's the one time you need it. Learn it on the fly. Oh, shit. Okay, so, of course, they're going to have me fail, and that's what they put online, not the fact that, I never had to use it again in the game, so obviously I failed at it.
So it was the game's fault.
No, it's not necessarily the game's fault, but, I mean, my reaction's legitimate.
I mean, a lot of games are broken.
Okay, so all right.
I've seen that on
Sonic Wednesday many times. What about, Mario Kart was crazy, huh?
I do not like this new Mario Kart. I do not like this new Mario Kart, man. I don't.
Okay. So Mario
Back in
Kart
the
was
day,
a little
Mario
bit more
Kart
of a
had a-
struggle. Okay.
Go ahead. Yeah, Mario Kart, back in the day, there was a combination. It was about your skill of driving and knowing the tracks and items. This new Mario Kart, in my opinion, people could disagree. Mario Kart World is about the items. Like, that's it. Like, there's entire strategies where all you do is bank items and then spam them at the end of a race, and you go from, like, last place to first. And I just don't like that about Mario Kart World. I wish that the game was more skillful, and if you drove well, you'd be rewarded for it. In general, that doesn't seem to be the case with that game, being someone who's played quite a lot of these over the years. But maybe I'm wrong. I'm no expert. I'm not an esports guy in Mario Kart. But it made me rage. It made me go crazy because I want a skillful game. I want a game where I'm driving well and I get rewarded for it, not punished because someone had a godlike item and bypasses me at the last minute.
So a lot of people in my chat are saying that you're right. I'll be honest, they are. I mean, I bought Mario Kart. I never played it. So I'm not even really sure. So yeah, those are like, but okay, so I guess I was right at least about all of those. And I do think that, I mean, the asking for money thing, definitely you do it a lot. I definitely think you do it a lot. But you know, it's like that's the way somebody's going to do their stream. I mean, fuck, like that's not my problem, right? I mean,
here's the question.
Okay,
here's the question. Your honest answer to this, please.
I'll give you an honest answer.
You've seen the clips of how I ask for contributions on my streams and everything. I've just told you, in general, more often than not, I actually hit these goals.
Yes.
Okay? So if I have an audience that comes to my stream every day, enjoys the content enough to support it, doesn't mind me asking like that, is there a problem?
Well, I mean, I think that you're introducing a bit of a fallacy there, aren't you? Because there are a lot of people that also don't like it. So you're kind of comparing it to an unknown. So like if you're not doing it and you're not asking for the money, there's not really a control group that you can look at and say, okay, well, with me.
Yeah, okay, well, we'll see. Asmongold has brought up the fallacy. But we see here Phil, he's a little bit on the defensive. He's looking up, so he's planning out his move. So right now he is in the corner. He's in the corner right now. Asmongold is accusing him of doing a fallacy, which, as we know, is basically a deadly sin in the gaming community. They hate fallacies. But we're gonna see how DSP reacts. I wouldn't be surprised to see some elite across the room Steven Seagal Akaido here.
Doing this, I'm making this much money, but if I stop doing it, I would make a different amount of money.
But I already told you that I tried that. I did. I had a day where I did not ask, and I made $30.
I mean, would you really say that doing it for a day would be a good point to kind of? I mean, is that really like? I mean, I get it. It's something, right? But like in a general sense, I feel like, and also, I mean,
I feel like Phil kind of facts and logicked him there. He tried it for a day. He only made $30. He only made $30.
Do you think that it's worth the negative sentiment and negativity where people have?
Look, Asmongold's lighting even got all fucked up there. Phil is using some sort of mind power to overexpose Asmongold so he looks weak and sickly.
This perception of you of like being a beggar, and like because you're it's hard to measure the negative effect of that because you don't know how many people choose not to watch because of something like that, right? So it's very hard for you to come, like not you, but like for a person to come to a conclusion with that answer because it's just impossible to know. That's what I would say.
Okay. Now, in regards to what
we're about to see some epic ponage here. Lock in, fellas.
you're saying here, okay, you're saying basically maybe if I didn't ever ask for contributions, I'd actually get more viewers or whatever.
I think it would, yeah.
But here's the thing, and this is, I've been there. Maybe I know you have detractors too. I just don't know.
Every streamer has detractors. Yeah.
Right. For me, okay.
Even
if I
boys, believe it or
right
not.
now, cold turkey, said to my audience, guess what, guys?
Yeah, he gets 300 when he's begging, 30 when not. Do the math, detractors. Exactly like counter signal said, stated preference versus demonstrated preference.
Guys, I'm never going to ask for a contribution ever again. All right? And I literally did it, and I never did it. That moment, my detractors would move on to another thing that they don't like about me, and that would become the next meme. And the reason that I know that,
Well.
they've already done it tons of times. over
Like
the years.
like with the wrestling game.
But that was a
Yeah.
thing for a big time. It is still a thing. Now, because last year I admitted to it, it's in the past. Now it's the begging. That's the new thing. So now the begging is the problem.
Uh-huh.
But what about all the other streamers who ask for contributions? Oh, well, that's fine. But because DSP does it, it's not good. Right?
Uh-huh.
Just because of me, because I'm doing it. Anyone else can do it, it's fine. You can have it.
He's using all the other streamers basically as like human shields, and they're getting blasted apart like they're in frickin' Total Recall or something right now. Oh, it's fine when they do it, but not me? Yeah, it's the detractors are the ones doing the logical fallacies. True, good point.
Hire people who are based on doing things on their streams that you think are immoral or whatever, that's okay. But if DSP asks for contributions from active viewers who like the content, that's not acceptable. So if I were to not do that, it would just be another thing and another thing. And that's the thing. I don't care. And this maybe will be shocking to people. I don't care about people who don't like me.
Understandable. I mean, I'm the same way. I have a lot of people that don't like me, and you just got to deal with it. Yeah, no,
Right.
I get it.
I'm not here to appease these people because these people are never going to come to my stream and support the content.
Uh-huh.
They don't care. They're just there to either make fun of me or make a buck by making fun of me. So therefore, why do I give a shit what they say? I'm doing good. I'm hitting my goals. I'm doing well for myself. Why do I care that someone says that I beg too much? My audience doesn't.
Just got an email from a dude who I was meeting with who supposedly called me the wrong name and apologized to me. Good. You have sort of established dominance. Now that he's apologized to you, you can take advantage of him over that. Actually, all those other streamers learned to do their streams from him. Yeah, that's true. Phil literally invented streaming.
So why do I care? If my audience outright said to me right now, Phil, you're going overboard. This is ridiculous. And they have done that, to be fair.
And did you dial it back?
Yeah, course correct,
Okay.
right? You got to adjust on the fly. You got to listen to that constructive criticism, and you have to adjust. You can't just keep doing the wrong thing, because if I was doing the wrong thing, I wouldn't be successful.
Uh-huh.
But I am. I'm hitting my goals. I'm doing well. Like I said, this is one of the best year, probably the best year in 10 years that I've had. How am I doing something wrong? You know, I'm making do the only way that I can. You know, like we just talked about some other people. We talked about Boogie
Free
and
drink
Wink.
in Nashville.
They found success
Homeboys
by
Nashville
actually
meetup.
kind of stepping away from their individual content
Music
and doing
City,
a whole
USA.
locale focused show.
Yeah.
They basically made a public spectacle of themselves. They embarrassed themselves to make money, and it worked. You know, Wings has actually outright said, dude, I made money like a doctor. Now I have money in the bank, so I don't have to worry so much about my normal stream. I don't ever want to do
Good for him.
that. I want to just good. Exactly.
Yeah.
And I had him on the show about a month ago, and I commended him. I said, sir, you need praise for that, because I couldn't do that. I'm the kind of guy, if I was put in that situation because I was offered to be on that show, I can't. Like, it would drive me nuts. I would hate myself. I would hate the content I'm putting out, and I would feel like I'm a detriment to human existence because I put out crap. I put out slop. I put out this drama content that it just doesn't add anything.
Well, how do you feel about
As
my
opposed to-
content?
I don't know. I legit, be honest with you, don't watch your content.
See, Phil's
so
an
I don't
artist,
know.
you know? He doesn't need to do
To what
drama
extent it
content.
is. I've heard that when you react to stuff, you laugh at it more than, like, you're not, when you watch a detractor video of mine, you're not treating like, wow, Phil is a piece of garbage and a piece of shit and fuck that guy. You don't do that. You just kind of laugh at me and say, he sucks at the game or whatever, and you move on to the next.
Yeah.
I don't think there's a problem with that. I don't. As long as it's not coming across with the wrong impression. And sadly, when you say things like, well, Phil's banned from Twitch. Well, no, I'm not.
So you never have been banned from Twitch?
No, I've had those like little quick suspensions. I
Okay,
was never
so
banned
you've
from
been
Twitch or anything.
suspended from Twitch, but you've never been permanently banned. And you've
Correct.
closed the account. So like theoretically, you could open your account right now and stream on Twitch if you chose to.
That's right.
Okay. And you just don't do that because you just don't think it's lucrative or for whatever other reason, because you can't make any money because you got kicked out of the partner program.
Not even that, because I could reapply and probably get back in.
Yeah.
But number one, once you've been treated like that, why go back to that situation? I'm good on YouTube. I'm doing good on Kick. Why would I go to a situation where at a moment's notice, someone's going to say I did something I didn't do and then shut me down again? Right?
Sure.
But in addition, I do have a philosophical problem with Twitch. I do.
Oh.
Like, I've seen over the years.
What do you think about
how
Twitch?
this website?
Yeah.
Sure. When I started streaming on Twitch, Twitch was for gamers. Twitch was supposed to be a place where this is the place if you're a gamer to be. It's a gaming culture, stream game playthroughs and all of that. And then during the time that I was there, which was around 5 years, I saw this place go to this.
Phil noticed the rise in a disturbing anti-gamer sentiment on Twitch.
Sharp decline of make money no matter what. Doesn't matter what kind of content it is. Doesn't matter if it's degenerate, slutty content. You know, the people who are doing sexualized acts on stream and they're on the main page of Twitch, a kid could see that.
Yeah.
And that's what's being pushed on the main page of Twitch. And I see this, I see unfair treatment of streamers on Twitch, where one streamer says and does one thing and is treated incredibly harshly by their team, and another person literally says and does the same thing or worse, slap on the wrist or absolutely no repercussions whatsoever.
Yeah.
I don't stand for that at all. That actually gets me so much. I would never stand to make content on a platform like that that's going to not be fair. Okay, I'm sorry. I can't. I feel like I was mistreated in 2021. They are coming down on me, saying that I'm a hateful person, hateful content. What content? Tell me what I did to spurn this reaction. We don't have to legally. Well, then I don't have to use your business.
Fucking based, honestly. Like, I'm gonna be real. Have you seen some of the recent Twitch controversies?
Indeed, I have. Yes, I do still follow some of those. Yes.
Did he shock the dog or not?
It appears he did. I don't know if he did, but it appears he did.
All right, that settles it. Let me think if there's any more of them that have happened recently. I think that Twitch, so you don't like how Twitch has turned into kind of like a kind of social, because like, I mean, to be honest, they've nerfed the e-girls a lot.
Chrome Boys
like all of those girls that used to be in like pools and, you know, like selling bath water and stuff. Like, I don't know.
Inflatable pickle Ricks.
Yeah, I know her. Yeah, for sure. That was Asian Bunny and Amarath. I know. And yeah, they did very well.
Phil would
and
be
so
a brilliant lawyer.
yeah, but now they've been massively nerfed, and you hardly see any of those people doing any well at all. I don't really hardly see them at all. And so Twitch, I think that they kind of got rid of that with a lot of the cases. But you kind of have an ideological problem against Twitch, basically, right?
Absolutely. Like, again, why are there streamers on Twitch that say and do things that you would, that's cancelable, that's actually really bad what they're saying, they're calling action against a group of people or whatever, and then someone else says something way tamer, suspension. How is that fair? I just don't understand.
I've been wondering that for a long time.
Yeah, they have a select group of people that they like, and they have a select group of people they don't like.
I'm aware of that.
It's that simple.
Yes. Yeah, I mean, I think it's pretty bad. I mean, do you see a world where you would ever go back to Twitch? Like, would they have to apologize to you? Like, what do you think it would take?
There is a way that I would go back to Twitch. If Dan Clancy stepped down and there was new management, then I would go back to Twitch.
Wow.
That's about it.
So you want that guy gone?
I have no confidence in the people who are running that business, that they're doing the right things or will ever change for the better. Like, take a look at the reaction to what happened to TwitchCon, right? They got they essentially have someone there who really doesn't want to be there, but they say, well, you got to kind of be there for the contract. Where's the security? Where is the attention to care for these people who you're making be there because they're your talent?
Yep.
And then what actually have they done in response to what happened at TwitchCon?
Well, they lied about it.
Apology.
Yeah.
Exactly. First they lied. You're right. They lied and said it didn't happen like that or whatever. Then they doubled up. Oh, no. Then there's an apology. Now, didn't this just happen a day or two ago? We did a $100,000 donation. Okay, great. But what did you do to solve the problem? Who cares what money you gave? Did you actually change your culture, change the security?
Yo, what's up, Gaines? Yeah, we're just doing a surprise emergency DSP x Asmongold x Chrome Boys reaction stream.
I don't care what money you threw because you have big dollars. Fix the fucking problems. Then maybe people will be happy. Why do you avoid the problems? People call them out for this shit all the time, and they don't actually address the problems. So I'm not going to go back. Twitch, here's really what irks me, okay?
Yeah, go ahead.
On Twitch, I'm a gamer. I want to stream at good quality. Twitch kept coming to my streams telling me my bitrate's too high. I said, I'm streaming 720p, and it's choppy. Oh, your bitrate's too high. What the fuck?
Oh, because you got taken out of the partner program, so you had the shitty bitrate.
Well, this was actually before then. This
Oh,
was
wow.
before there was
Okay.
like bit
That's pretty fucked up. Pretty fucked up.
rates based on that. It was just in general, everyone had the same criteria. So then you would go over to a bigger stream.
You should do a reaction. You could fit yourself here, or maybe here, maybe over the chat. That'd be a good idea.
They're streaming 1080p, high ass bitrate. No one complains about them, but they come and they yell at me.
Yeah.
Now, recently, I believe you can probably confirm this. Is it true that Twitch finally started increasing their bitrate criteria so you could stream at better quality?
I think that they have it to be like they guarantee an 8K bitrate, but beyond that, it's like you can stream at a higher quality, but they don't guarantee that it will actually like kind of go through. I mean, you know, probably better than I do. Like YouTube bitrate is way better, right? I mean, you can stream at like 15K bitrate, 12K bitrate, and at that point, you're hitting diminishing returns anyway. So like that's more than enough.
So the reason I bring this up,
Yeah.
Twitch is supposed to be a site that was around gaming community.
Sure.
They were the worst
Twitch
fucking bitrate for the longest
is for
time.
gamers.
So if you streamed games on there, they looked like ass. So it was contradictory to what their whole philosophy supposedly was. If I go to YouTube, I can do twice the quality for my audience.
Yep.
Why am I staying on Twitch? It's ass backwards the way they think. And they dodge every issue. They push the issue to the side. We're so sorry that happened. Here's a donation. Did you fix the issue?
Yeah.
Oh, here's a donation. Fuck you, man. I'm not going back there.
So
done.
you're just not going to put up with that bullshit. You don't want to deal with that anymore. You're beyond that. That's another point in your life.
I don't need to be walking on eggshells every moment I'm streaming that some idiot mass reported me for something I didn't do and now they're going to suspend me or kick me out. Fuck them. I'm done with that.
Yeah, I mean, I remember I streamed Final Fantasy 16, and my bitrate was so bad you could barely even see what was happening. And it was insane. Yeah, like it was like you were playing it on like a Nokia phone or something like that. So yeah, it was just dog shit. I mean, I get it. I totally understand it. Do you mind if I take a second? I gotta use the bathroom.
Go for it.
Okay, all right, give me 1 second. Be right back.
That's sort of a rookie move there. We'll give Asmon a break, but Phil doesn't need to go to the bathroom right now. He's locked in.
All right. Is he gone? All right, so now I'm going to tell you all what I really think about Asmongold behind his back. He is... I'm just kidding. I'm not going to do For real, I just want everyone watching, thank you for watching. I mean, apparently there's great viewership. I don't know. My stream has great viewership. I'm sure Asmon's has pretty good viewership. And the fact that you guys were actually talking to him about getting me on in the last week was really nice of everyone to actually try to give me a chance to talk. I hope you guys are enjoying the conversation. Again, whether you like me or hate me, it's all good. Really, it is. It's all good. Just, I just want to do my own thing. I just want to be left alone. I don't want to be in this lolcow circle bullshit that they pull me into every day. And I hope that you'll check out my channel if you're interested. If you're not,
total DSP victory.
it's all good. Hope you guys are liking it.
I have become an unironic DSP enjoyer. He literally hasn't done anything wrong. He's just a cool guy. I hope he spends $1 million on the WWE game. Hey, thank you Hexagon for 100 knocks. Let's go. Yes, DSP is kind of the GSP of the mind. True.
My stream, of course, says that it's going good. But I don't know in general what everyone actually thinks. I can only see what my stream chat says. They're having a good time, it seems. So.
But yeah, I hope he spends $1 million on the WWE thing. There's literally nothing wrong with him. He's just a based gamer guy. Let's give him a break.
There's 41,000 people watching on Asmongold's stream right now. Just slightly more viewership than I usually.
Yeah, is that it? Only 41,000. Wow,
dude,
bro, you're falling off.
Slightly bigger than me. Just a little bit, okay?
I mean, the thing is, Twitch has been dying too. Like the viewership and popularity of the platform has gone down massively. So I'm not sure. Maybe you're right. Maybe you are right to jump ship, and you're on another platform now, and you're doing relatively well. So you're financially stable. Everything's. Oh, go ahead. No, go ahead.
You were talking about Twitch earlier, that you think that it's very profitable to be on Twitch. Correct?
Of course.
But why do you say that? Because when I was on Twitch, I'm not exaggerating now. I made less for each sub I got. The bits, actually, the bits, I guess you get 100% of the bits that they throw you, right? That's true. You do get all the bits.
Technically,
but the membership or the subs, definitely you made half, right? You get half of a sub. On YouTube, you make more. On Kick, you make way more. I don't know why you're saying that it's so much more lucrative to stream on Twitch, because I never experienced that. From my experience, maybe it's changed, but I didn't experience that. That's another reason why I don't see why I would go back. I don't see the big financial boon that I would get.
Well, I mean, for me, back in the day, like with the amount of money, like on my main channel, like we were, I mean, I can just say it, right? I was making on Twitch like few $100,000 a month, right? And so, yeah, it was a lot of money. And so that was like really not even running ads or anything like that. But and like that's if you do run ads and you know you have people watching, etc. But like it has gone down massively. Like they basically just took a zero off of my earnings, and you know I changed my channel.
Wow.
Like,
Yeah, DSP in Tokyo Disneyland. What if DSP became a theme park reviewer?
etc. Right? But like you're right that Kick pays a lot better. So yeah, you've got the
Disney style,
the Kick partner program as well, which does extremely well. So
I got a question for you
go
about
ahead.
that too.
Yes.
Do you think Kick is sustainable and they can keep doing what they're doing? Because man, they are paying well, and I don't know how they're doing it.
Well, I mean, it's pretty obvious how they're doing it. They're using Kick as a loss leader for stake, and then they're paying for it by the losses that people lose in gambling. That's how they're doing it. We're getting paid from people that are too stupid to figure out math and play slots. That's how it happens. That's what's happening. Yeah. I mean, that's that's the way it goes, right? I mean, it's a redistribution of wealth. You don't know how to do math? That's too bad.
I'm just curious how long it's going to keep up. If it is a lost leader, you know, what's the benefit there for them to keep it going? Do they think it's going to blow up eventually and be the place that will be profitable? Or you know?
I think that there's probably, so like my expectation, and this is what they've said publicly, is that there are some people that maliciously use the Kick incentive program, and in doing so, they will probably kind of remove some people out of it that are, you know, like taking advantage of it or view botting in order to get a higher ratio of payment. And, you know, you saw recently people complaining about that. Is it sustainable? Oh, here's the thing, right? Is that in the Bible, they're talking about gambling, and we still have gambling. It's not going away. Yeah, it's not going away. We're not going.
Fair enough point.
Yeah, I mean,
That's
like, because for a long time, I was very, very against gambling. And now I don't give a shit. I mean, I've lost the battle. I've lost the war. Like, I don't gamble. I'm not really a big gambling guy. But a lot of other people love.
Damn, another theme park YouTuber getting a divorce. You hate to see it.
To do it. And if they want to do it and then I get paid for it, that sounds pretty good to me. And you're getting paid for it too.
I am.
Yep.
I'm in the KCIP program. I'm getting the ridiculous amount of revenue from each sub over there.
Yes.
And now there's Kicks. So, you know, yeah, I'm making bank on it too, to be honest. Because people say to me, why am I on Kick? I only get like 1/3 of the amount of viewership on Kick that I do on YouTube. I'm like,
you probably still make a lot of money on there, right?
Yeah, it's paying decent. You know, it's less of a hassle. Even though there's a lot of trolls and stuff that I get on there, it doesn't bother me. Let them talk
it was a
over
woman
there.
and her husband left her. Why would you divorce a beautiful theme park reviewing angel? That's crazy.
Hey, if I'm making the money, who cares, right?
Yeah. No, that's my opinion on Kick. I mean, like I've thought about streaming on YouTube as well. Like I might talk to them about like trying to like kind of make it better, especially with like the DMCA things that happen and you know, the auto takedowns. And if they were able to do that and lock that down, I'd probably stream on YouTube also. So it just really kind of depends. But yeah, I mean, do you have any other questions for me? Because I've asked you a lot.
Yeah, honestly,
Go ahead.
I don't have much like targeted to you. Like,
Yeah.
I know you're a gamer. You're a gamer
Right.
like me, dude.
I am.
And so we have a lot. I think we do have a lot in common, just probably not specific to certain genres of game. But like, to pick your brain, like this year with gaming, how do you think gaming was this year in general? Do you think it was a great year for games? Like I know, I guess you had reacted to the Game Awards
I did.
nominees. In general, what did you think? Do you think these are good games this year that got in it, or do you think that we're on a downward trend? What do you think there?
I think that gaming right now is better than it ever has been because there are less barriers to entry for people to publish.
Man, DSP has mogged him so hard, they're practically best friends at this point.
And release video games without having to go through a publisher, a console, or any sort of a like gatekeeping system. So all you really need to do is just be able to make a video game and release it on Steam. So you've had games like Megabonk, for example. Did you play Megabonk?
I did not play Megabonk. People have asked me to do it. I might.
Yeah, it's a good game, right? And so like there's a lot of games.
Maybe DSP could be like the new McConnell, and they could like game together, maybe playing WoW or RuneScape or something of that nature.
Like that. There's games like Ball Pit, which I mean wasn't really an indie game. It was published, but you know it was made by an individual guy. And there are a lot of instances where I actually think that like did you play Expedition 33?
Oh yes, I did. Absolutely.
What do you think is Game of the Year?
Okay, I don't want to spoil because I do my own Game of the Year awards at the end of the year, so I'm not going to spoil my audience. But everyone knows that probably top 3 games for me this year were, you know, either Expedition 33, Hollow Knight Silk Song, or this is a big one that no one knows, Blueprints.
Oh yeah, that was the puzzle game. That was an indie game.
Yes.
Okay, so yeah, you all right? So you've played a lot of those games. I think gaming now is amazing. And I never run out of video games to play. Like, anybody who's unhappy with video games nowadays, I think is a retard. Phil, are you retarded? Are you happy with games?
A year ago, I became a PC gamer, so now I have a gaming PC and I can play.
Big thing this week has been a YouTuber that's been making videos for 15 years. Nice. HHN things. Megabonk. Yeah, DSP and Asmongold starting a WoW guild. Now that would be epic.
Anything I want, and I'm loving
join their streamer WoW guild.
Gaming right now.
Yes.
This is the best. This is, like I said, best year I've had, bar none, in over a decade. I used to be stuck on console because I couldn't afford a good gaming PC.
Oh wow.
Now I have one, and it's like the whole new world. The doors have opened.
So you've come out.
Now DSP PC Master Race confirmed. Let's go. But he has an insane. Does he have an insane body? Like he's like shredded, or he's got like weird lumps all over him?
You've come out of the cave of being like a console caveman. Yeah, no, it makes it. There's a lot of people that are like that. Honestly, it's very common.
It's awesome, and I agree with you.
Yeah,
I had more fun this year playing every game that was not from a AAA studio than anything I played from a AAA studio. Every game I played that was AAA was like disappointment, mid, boring, samey shit, not putting effort in. And then the other thing that gets me too is they all, I mean, maybe you don't agree. I think they lie about it. Like Ubisoft just came out there like, oh yeah, Assassin's Creed Shadows did really well for us. In what fucking universe?
Well,
it's talking about.
Yeah, I feel like basically all the good games recently have been like indies or like AA type things, like shit like Balatro and Schedule 1, and I mean even Helldivers, which I think is sort of like AA-ish. Like I feel like those have been the only good games, and the big publishers have done like literally fuck all for like a couple years. But yeah, that's cool that he's got a weird pear body. He goes to theme parks.
About that game.
It's manipulative language. So, like, whenever they said Assassin's Creed Shadows did very well, they were including Assassin's Creed.
Yeah, I haven't even heard of Noita. But yeah, I can't even think of what the last, probably the last, big game that I played was, I don't even know.
Shadows in the blanket statement that Assassin's Creed was doing well categorically as a franchise. And the frame of reference that they were using, the analytical point they were using, were the amount of people that were logged in and playing the game based off of the amount of hours that they were playing. So it wasn't actually anything about the sales of the game. It wasn't anything about the amount of actual players of the game necessarily. It was like a third level, second order fucking, metric that they were using. And in my opinion, I think it's very obvious, right? If Assassin's Creed was actually doing very well and Ubisoft was doing very well, their stock wouldn't have gone down 90% in 5 years, right? It would have gone back up. Yeah, and it hasn't been going back up because it's a shitty company. I mean, did you play Assassin's Creed Shadows?
For about 10 hours, I could not stomach it any further, and I deleted it. I had enough. I was so bored.
I mean, I kind of agree with you if you want me to be honest. Like I did the same thing. Like I did it, like I did a few of them and then I realized like
Is Ubisoft bankrupt now?
the entire world scaled with you and there was
That's
like no
awesome.
real sense of progression. And like after you play the game for an hour, you've pretty much played the entire game. And then I
Right.
just stopped. Yeah, I just lost interest and I didn't really care.
I also like games that you're supposed to be an assassin, and what you do is you go inside the enemy base and kill like 72 people.
Yeah.
Because that's what assassins do, right? They just
Sure.
wipe out entire
These are just
armies
an
in one
epic,
swoop. Very
wholesome
realistic to
gamer
feudal Japan
moment
and how they were
here.
doing it back then.
Yeah. Right, of course. Yeah.
Because with this game, I don't know. Hey, what do you think about the statement that Phil Spencer made a little bit ago? He said, gaming is now in a slump. Like, we're in a decline, a slump, a crash, and that's why, like, our games at our studios aren't doing well. Do you think gaming is in a slump right now?
Yeah, why would you play a new game when you can just do hundreds and hundreds of Diablo 2 lower cuirassed chest runs? Kids these days.
I think his brand of gaming is. I think that Xbox, like, I mean, if you, I mean, look at like all of the Xbox franchises, like Doom: The Dark Ages didn't really do extremely well. Like, I don't think it got nominated for anything in the Game Awards even. Like, it was just pretty much released and forgotten instantly because it was bad. You also have Halo, which, like, I mean, I don't know how they still have 343. Like, they rebranded to Halo Studios, but I think a lot of the same people are there. Like, basically, Xbox is, like, in my opinion, I think Xbox has the most consumer-friendly business model. Like, I mean, this is prior to, like, them increasing the Game Pass price by a lot. But besides that, I actually think they have a very consumer-friendly business model. But the problem is that they are also one of these publishers that release these really complex games and these really over-designed games, like these, you know, quote, AAA games, and they're just dog shit. And so I think Xbox having a problem with that is really, I mean, Phil Spencer is right if you're talking about AAA video games. Like, I think he is right. But the problem is, like, a lot of the AAA games they're so involved and they're so over-designed. And I think that they're really designed by committee. And so they're set up basically to fail because you don't have any sort of cohesive vision for them. That's really the reason why I think that it fell apart. And I think that's why Xbox, like, you know, Game Pass, that's why he's saying that about it.
Earlier on, the chat was all full of detractors. Now look, they all love Phil.
Completely agree with you. It
Yeah.
seems like we're in like mind on a lot of this stuff because
yeah.
I hear him say shit like that and I'm like, dude, you're in charge of a major part of gaming. If gaming's in a slump, who's responsible?
Yeah, you're one of the,
dude,
yeah, Xbox is one of the biggest ones.
How on earth could he just be like, oh no, it's gaming is the slump. That's what's going on. Like, dude, just passing the buck. I mean, in truth, if that was the case, we wouldn't have had Expedition 33 selling a ridiculous amount of copies and Silk Song doing well, even though it's a relatively smaller scale game. We have games that are doing well. It's just not the big AAA games anymore. And that's
It's
a good
not your
thing,
games. Yeah,
because
exactly.
Competition, right,
Yeah,
spurns creativity.
exactly. DSP tries it, being best friends with Asmongold.
And spurns improvement. So now the big guys who used to always have the money print for them every year are like, oh shit, it's not printing anymore. Now we have to try again.
Well, they're not able to. It's because the people that work at these studios are fucking incompetent. Like, the executives don't know anything. I think that a lot of the developers and the writers are morons. Like, it's just people that are totally fucking, like, just completely out of it all the way down. Like, I think it's like a structural problem. And that's why you see new studios, like what you were saying, like Standfall Entertainment or any of these other ones that are doing very well. And I think that really you have, like, it's the same studio like Warhorse Studios that made Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. Also a very successful studio. Many of these studios do great, and that's fine. But I think that a lot of them kind of, there's like I think it's like a corporate entropy where you just keep adding more and more people to the project. And it ends up, like, basically turning it into, like, this immovable mass. And I think that's what happened with, like, Assassin's Creed Shadows, and it's what's happened with, like, a number of other games, like Star Wars Outlaws or Dragon Age Veilguard.
Real. Like the chat, please. Please.
Or something like that. I mean,
Starfield has an infamous story where a game dev who no longer works there said they needed a chair designed for a cutscene and literally had to submit the request for the chair to a department to design the chair, but then had to get 2 department sign-offs to get the chair design, and then they had to wait like 2 months. So their work was held up for 2 months to get a fucking chair made for a scene. How is that game development? Like,
well, it's not. I mean, did you play Starfield?
It's awful.
It's a piece
boring.
of shit. Absolute piece of shit game.
Based
Yeah, I
gamers
played it a
coming
lot,
together.
and I hated it. I hated, like, I'd say like 95% of playing the game, and I played it for like 70 hours.
It's like someone. What I say now about these modern companies, what they're doing is, they got a good original game. They got a Fallout, or they've got an old Assassin's Creed, right? But the people who made it aren't there anymore. So what happens is the new team.
Yes, thank you, John. Yes, we will be pausing the stream until we hit our goal. Well,
They put that game down on a photocopier and they photocopy it. Then they got to make another one. So they take the photocopy of the photocopy and they photocopy that. So what happens is the quality of each copy goes down, down, down. And now, oh, let's play Starfield. It's the hot new Bethesda game. What the fuck is this? It plays nothing like anything that I liked from Fallout or Elder Scrolls. How did they fuck this up so bad? Because these aren't the same people. Their talent's gone. They're just copying what their predecessors did.
Are you familiar with the metaphor of like the ship of Theseus? Have you ever heard of that?
I have, but it's not coming to mind.
Okay,
right now.
so basically it's the question of if you replace every single board.
that's the based way to react when someone makes a reference you don't know. You say, remind me. I know it, but I can't remember it right now. Smart move from Phil there.
Except for one board
Never
on a
give the
ship
detractors
of the
a W.
original
Yes.
ship. Is it still the ship that it originally was? Is it still the ship of Theseus? And I think that's what's happened with a lot of these studios, is that the only person that's still working there, that was working there whenever they made good games, is the janitor. And everybody else, everybody else is gone. So, yeah, no, I think you're totally right about that. And I think it's probably going to keep getting worse, too, if you want me to be honest. Like a lot of these studios, I think that the way they hire people is embarrassing. I think that just in general, like the kind of people that they bring onto teams.
Yeah, I know. Remind me for the viewers. I totally know what you're talking about. Yeah, detractors punching the air, stroking out.
Like you're a bit older than I am, but like I
Checking
hate the
themselves
people
in.
that are around my age. Like I'm 35, like that make video games, like that quirky millennial dog shit. Oh my god, I hate it so much, and it's just so fucking cringe. And now they're writing video games. Makes me crazy.
Do you honestly think that Bethesda will ever put out another good game again?
No. Of course not. Like, no, I mean, like, the thing is that they already fucked up. I think they fucked up with Fallout, the recent Fallout. They fucked up with Starfield. Like, I mean, they're going to make Elder Scrolls 6 good. I don't really see, like, why would anybody think that? I mean, again, now I'm looking forward and I'm hoping to be wrong. But the fact is that their formula for doing things.
I don't think it's hypnosis. I think once you get exposed to the charm and warmth and wisdom of DSP, you just naturally become a DSP head, a DSP patriot. I think that's just how it works.
It's dated. It's a dated formula.
When you finally get access to them outside of the fucked up and evil and twisted detractor sphere, you just naturally become a DSP fan.
And I don't really see them being able to innovate. I think that the best thing that they've done in the last 10 years is re-release something that they did 20 years ago. That's not very good.
Right. And their revenue stream, sadly, when something like Starfield fails, is, let's just do some more expansions for Fallout 76 or Elder Scrolls Online. It's like, this whole formula of now every game that's going to be profitable has to be this constant
like a live
seasonal
service,
content, DLC, live service. It's nuts. It's killing gaming. And somehow we're not realizing this. Like, the best games of the year aren't live service games
DS Patriots in control.
ever.
Yeah.
So why are we like rewarding these games? Why are we sinking billions of dollars into GTA Online when it took so long for GTA 6 to come out? That's why it took so long to come out. And it's still not out.
It's one of the reasons, I mean, I think for sure. Like, I don't hate live service games categorically, but I think that you're right that a lot of companies do kind of fall victim to falling for the idea of, oh, we'll just make the game live service. And I think what happens really is that these video games, it costs like $300 million to make the game. So you're just realistically not going to make that money back through just like box sales. So like they have to like kind of like basically, I don't know, reinforce the sales with battle passes or with pre-order bonuses or with expansions or DLC or like free bundles, or not free, but like, paid bundles and like gotcha characters and stuff like this. So I think that's what happens, right? Is they run out of money that they can make, just like from like, basically it's like, you're going to at most sell like maybe 3 million copies of this game. Well, 3 million times like 60 even, right? That's 180 million. So like if you're and that's assuming that you make 100% of the profit, which you're obviously not going to. But like even if you do, and your game's $300 million, okay, well you're still like over $100 million down. So yeah, I think that's what happens. Is that these companies, they're too big to succeed.
Exactly. They've grown too big for their own britches. They spend too much, and then, gee, I wonder why it took so long for that game to come out, and then it's inferior. Oh, now we didn't make the money. Well, you should have just made a good game that didn't take $300 million. And then maybe, what really I love about this year, Claire Obscure being so good. Yeah. And it's former game devs from Ubisoft who said, fuck Ubisoft, this company sucks, and they left and made a better game than Ubisoft could ever put out. It just blows my mind, and I'm happy for that. I want more of that, for sure.
I think more of them should leave. You're absolutely right. I totally agree with you.
Just an epic, chungus, wholesome gamer podcast, essentially.
I hope that it continues. I really do. And I think that it will also. I think that people are just tired of...
Asmongold came in here all hyped up to attack Phil, and look, he's just been... Now they're like BFFs.
Playing the same old, like boring, like, played out slop. And I felt this way. I don't even know about some of these other games that recently have come out. Like I enjoyed like maybe like one or like two like really like decent games. Like I like Kingdom Come Deliverance 2, even though it was hard for me to get into it. But like other than that, a lot of these other games, I just really couldn't get into them because I thought they were garbage. Like even, and like honestly, I would even say Monster Hunter Wilds, I think, had development problems. And it's like, I hope Capcom doesn't have that happen. But like now, I mean, did you play Dragon's Dogma 2?
I played Dragon's Dogma 2, but that was before I was on PC. It didn't run too well on console, and I had a lot of problems with it because of that, so I kind of dropped it after a bit.
Yeah, it didn't really run on PC either.
Oh, really?
Yeah, not really. I mean, like, unless you had like a super, like, I mean, I have a really expensive computer, so like obviously I was able to run it, but like people had tons of performance issues. And so like now Capcom's like they've had like Dragon's Dogma 2 not do well, and also Monster Hunter Wilds not doing well. That doesn't look very good, right? Doesn't look very good at all.
Wow.
So I think that even big studios like that are having it happen, which is like Capcom, I would say, is like one of those gold standard companies, right? And I think that like what really happened is that like I always go back to this one point where
DS Patriots standing back, standing by.
Elon Musk fired 80% of people on Twitter, and the website didn't change. And I think that really goes to show, and like what your story was with Starfield, that really goes to show where their priorities are. And I think that it's just like a corporate entropy where they just hire more middle management. Middle management hires more people to manage the middle managers. And then there's just so many of them that before you know it, that's the end.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
And I completely agree. Wow. We are of like mind on gaming, man. Like seriously, like everything you're saying, I've said on my streams too.
Yeah, I mean,
it's pretty cool.
Well, if you
it's
play
cool to
games,
have this conversation.
No, I appreciate it.
Do you want to know the truth, man?
Yeah.
Can I drop a little bomb here?
Sure.
I don't get to have the
Truth nuke incoming.
these fucking conversations because everyone hates me for no reason. All right? Everyone literally fucking hates my guts. I can't get anyone to have a normal conversation about anything because all they ever want to talk about is WWE champions and e-begging and this drama shit. This is a fun conversation, and I would love to have these kind of conversations. So thank you for allowing me to have a little bit of fun today without just having to talk to my viewers. Having to talk to someone else, another creator, is awesome. It is really a great experience.
Sure. I mean, like, I'll probably be bringing back a podcast that I'm doing sometime soon, and maybe you can come on that, right? And we can get you know, some of your opinions on gaming. I think that could be fun. What do you think about that?
Look at all the W's in the chat here. Everybody loves it.
1,000,000% I'm there,
That's
dude.
great.
This has been a great time. You've been awesome to me, and I really appreciate you giving me a fair shake. It's been an awesome experience.
I try to give everybody a fair shake, and I try to, you know, like, hear their side of the story, etc. So yeah, man, I really do appreciate you coming on and everything. I know obviously it's been kind of a while. I'm sure you've got other things to do. I've got, like a million other fucking drama things to get into, but I do.
Your
yeah.
audience is bored with me. Get me off the fucking stream.
Yeah,
Go
right.
talk about the drama.
Well, you've got the cat on now, so it's okay. And so
the viewership,
no, of course.
There you go.
And so no, I mean, I do really appreciate you coming on and doing everything live and in front of a big audience like this. It's commendable and it's respectable. And so I do really appreciate you coming on and talking about it.
Thank you so much. Really, and thanks to everyone. The audience sounds like the audience really enjoyed it too. Thank you guys for watching. Again, it's youtube.com/DSP Gaming.
Yep.
That's how you actually see me, not the detractor. If you just search online on YouTube, you won't find me. You have to go to the channel directly, sadly. Yeah. You, I think, stream like at exactly the same time that I do during the day.
Yeah. I go live in the day, and then by a time, because you're probably the same way, right? I mean, you have shit that you want to do in the evening, and so you stream during the day, and then you finish it, and then now you've got the evening to do whatever you want.
The same.
Yeah, what I do is I have 2 streams, one major stream that starts around the same time you start. I end that between 4:30 p.m. my time.
Yeah.
I spend some time with my wife, usually have a meal, and then I actually have a late stream. So if anyone is interested in checking out my stuff and not interfering with Asmon's content, I do a late stream every night around 7 o'clock, 7:30
Flawless logic.
p.m. Pacific time, if you're interested.
And that's also on your DSP Gaming channel?
That's on DSP Gaming.
Oh,
tonight I'm playing Tormented Souls 2.
Okay.
Continuing on with that playthrough if anyone's interested. So swing on by. You're welcome.
Well, thanks, man. I really appreciate you coming on, and I'll actually be very curious to see what the reactions to this are. I'm extremely curious. Yeah, I don't know.
Everyone thought that, once again, the toxic people, Asmongold, all he wants to do is he wants to snake.
Yeah, real. This stream just paid for his Cody Rhodes USA outfit.
Phil, and he wants to be awful. He's going to have detractors appearing and people. I never got that impression of you at all. I don't know why people are saying that shit. Maybe they were just trying to scare me out of it and to not do it.
Yeah.
But you always seem like a level-headed dude who has fair takes. And I was like, dude, it seems like when you talk about gaming in general, what I hear is just stuff that I agree with. I'm like, what's the big, what do they think's going to happen? I mean, you're going to fight or something? Like what?
Yeah, well, I mean, it's you spend all day and, you watch content that you totally believe and you treat it like wrestling and you believe wrestling is real too. And, you do that for a long enough time and you're going to have a very distorted view on the world, to say the least. So yeah, no, I totally get it, and I think it's pretty common. I mean, usually, talking to somebody, you find out that you have more in common than you have not in common with them, even whenever
Based Christmas sheet enjoyer, John.
it's somebody that you might have a certain impression about, and you talk to somebody, and it's like, well, most people can usually get along, right?
Right.
So,
all right, now that being said, when are we going to have a high-profile boxing match for $50?
Oh, I don't know about that, okay? Fuck that. I've already lost enough of my fucking teeth. I don't need to lose the last few of them, okay? So, yeah, no, absolutely not. But, yeah, I'm going to get back to it. I really appreciate it. Yeah, absolutely. Thank you very much. And, guys, DSP Gaming on YouTube and also Kick, right?
It's a DSP Gaming Reel on Kick because someone stole my name before I could get the name.
Okay.
So it's DSP Gaming Reel on Kick if you want to check me out there. I co-stream.
Okay,
so.
Got it. All right, man. Well, thanks a lot. I really appreciate it. And we'll keep in touch, and I'll talk to you later, man.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, man.
All right. I'll see you later. Peace.
Okay. Well, that was epic. Total DSP victory, total Chrome Boys victory. Hell, I'll even say partial Asmongold victory. Really a WWW, and then L's for detractors. Total detractor destruction. They're done, folks. DSP's on top. Let's go. And Chrome Boys are right there with them. Awesome. Awesome stuff. Well, lads, I just felt it was important. Obviously, this was a big deal for our community. Just wanted to, for posterity's sake, just get it out there. Look, all the comments loving DSP. You love to see it. You love to see it. Asmongold says glaze. Yeah. Well, thank you for joining me, guys, on this emergency broadcast system stream. We'll be back tomorrow, Sonic Wednesday, at the You're not going to give an in-depth stream analysis of how DSP owned the detractors? I feel like we covered it during the stream. Totally, thoroughly, completely. Yeah, we did some body language analysis. Would I like to see that wild YouTuber jump scare? Sure. Sure, we can check that out. But yeah, I think that the stream kind of spoke for itself on just exactly how DSP pwned his detractors. It's really tough to watch that and get any other takeaway from the situation. Yeah, everybody migrate over to DSP Gaming. Let's see if he's live right now. DSP Gaming. Yeah, look, he's freaking popping off, man. 278 viewers.
Restaurants. Make sure you have only furfru on your team. I'm probably not going to do this right now. My furfru is not leveled. I probably don't want to use experience candies, and my party is full. So yeah, maybe.
Okay, let's check out this this body T jump scare before we tap out for the day. Yeah, detractors are on life support. It's over for them at this point. The detractors have been detracted.
Good afternoon, everybody from Terra.
Okay, so we're gonna get a cool body. We'll give it like a minute out here so we can get an idea. Okay, so I'll say from this angle, he looks pretty normal.
And Endless Summer. And I think maybe a couple of the other places, but it's going to be a very busy weekend across the parks. It is Easter, and everybody always thinks about like traveling, spring break time and everything. Like, it is one of the busiest times of the year. All right, the room is ready. The grand one-handed reveal. Here we are. All right. Basically, identical to Stella, except Stella has better decorations or design, but same kind of portal window. And we can see Epic right across the street beyond the traffic circle. Look down below. It's the entryway. A couple of queen beds, couch and a little table, dresser, phone, fridge, tricky light. Ba-ding!
It's kind of cool light.
And the bathroom / restroom, right? So, here we go. These lights are tricky because they are automatic, and they go on and off depending on people moving around. But sink,
just wide enough, a little bit at the bottom there.
Toilet, shower, not too shabby. Very much in line with what you would get at Dockside or the Value Resorts. Who is it? Shabby. Very much in line.
Okay, so yeah, his upper body. Where was it? Where did we get the lower? Let's analyze this. Yeah, he does. Yeah, he does flare out a bit there. I will say. I mean, I gotta say, I'm not as tapped into the theme park reviewer universe, but I would say that I'm not shocked to see this build on a theme park reviewer, frankly.
Here we go. These lights are tricky because they are automatic, and they go on.
But yeah, he does look. When you see him up close, it's a little bit some tactical angles at play there. But that's all part of the game. That's all part of the game. All right, guys, thank you for joining me on this emergency broadcast session. Hope everyone has a lovely evening. Shout out DSP. Shout out Asmongold. He's back in our good books. We'll have no more calling him Asmon Zinc, Bronze, Salt, etc. Yeah, I think the gaming world is really at peace right now. So yeah, have a great evening, everyone. Bye-bye.